Can everyone hear me? Because I'm not hearing anything. Loud and clear? The only problem is I don't hear anything though. Let me bring up George here, see what's going on. Hello.
Okay, we're going to go over there. Yeah, there you are.
George, you
I'm
can hear
trying to
me?
do a live. What are you doing? Yeah, you're interrupting my live or what?
Yeah, my live.
Yeah, no, look at your timer. Look at my timer.
Live. What, you got a live going?
I did. I'll just close it down. Oh, the Ford man's on there. Where do you want to go? Should I come over? How many you got up?
You talking to me or the others?
I'm talking to you.
I just have 2 in the chat right now, or just you and I.
Okay, I got Chasing America. I got Ford Man. You know, Ford Man's good for the night.
Here we
So
go.
you guys, I'm on my own live and I'm on a live with Tim because I couldn't find his live and he wouldn't bring me up. So, but I'm up.
Well, it took
You
me
got me in.
it took me a bit to figure this out to make it live and not on YouTube, doing YouTube and StreamYard at the same time.
You don't want to be?
I don't make that mistake of being on YouTube and StreamYard at the same time.
Don't you want to be?
You can only do one stream.
No, you can stream out to about 6 different things.
Yeah, there's 16 here. 16 here in the house right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna run
right.
through the top real quick. George, thanks for coming on up. We got Blaine from Rayleigh Creative, Traveling Nate Dog, Call Me V, Ray from Van Life Rocks, Amy Kephart, Shayna.
All right, hold on.
Amphibious North, Nordic Ret Pack. We got Kat, Kathleen Klein, Bree's here moderating. We got Maggie and Bree. Thanks for moderating. Ron Darrell's here. Just running through these real quick. Yeah, Paula definitely did an awesome show tonight for the dating thing. That was awesome. And Ray, yeah, Ray was up there. He did great. Mike Coxmall's here. Maggie's here. Alberta Hinksman. Thank you all for coming. Still going down the list. And looks like George is talking to himself. We got Rondale Adventures. Erica Chasing America. Vanquished. And then we got Danny from Griswold's Family Vacay. I will have to throw up a couple more moderators, Troy. And I will have to go to the YouTube side of that. I'll do that here in a second. We got Dale Bruce. Here's Kenneth. Kenneth's here. Let me see. For the ones that want to join the stream, let me grab the StreamYard link. I think I'm doing this right. It'll take me a second to figure this out.
Okay, I sent everybody over.
Did that go through? All right, there we go. And we got Susan here from New Horizons. Oh, I got to do it from. Here we go.
Oh, hello, hello.
Yeah, here we go. Trying to figure this out.
Well, I was doing my homework and I was going to schedule a live and then I come over to see you guys and then you said you were. Did I already schedule it? Hello, Maggie. I went, well, we'll just come over to see you.
Right on. Awesome.
Neighbor?
Yep, you're just up and over the hill about 3 hours. But Donner Pass or Donner Summit definitely is not a good time to go over with the amount of snow that they have up there.
Not at all. Oh, Ford Band, Steve Paulus replay. Okay. Where's my chocolate mousse? Yes, right here. Homebrew.
Hey, there we go. We got Kenneth in the house.
Hey,
I knew it'd be
thanks
him
for
first.
letting me up.
Hey, no problem, Kenneth.
I think this is my very first time up on your panel, I believe.
Right on. You know what? I think so too.
So that's why I said, come on, you've been to my house.
Rocks. Huh?
I said, yeah, that's why I said let's go over there because you and I have already had ours.
Yep.
Let's light up Tim's house.
Yeah, I just gotta watch. I just gotta watch the basement down below. Wait, down here.
Yeah, down there, over there.
Yeah, well, I got my big monitor up here, but then my monitor or my laptop's down here with the camera.
These guys with the extra monitors.
Hey, it always helps. But then you can get lost. You can get lost if you have a bunch of tabs up on the top. Like, oh my.
All right. So back to the chat. We got Ray and Rayleigh and Troy's Maggie and Bree. Lots of people in here. Nate Dogg came over. Kathleen. Griswold.
Hey, I actually beat my first live. I only had 11 people watching, and I got 21 now. You guys rock.
Woo. I know it. 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
You did know you can pin that StreamYard link to the top, didn't you, Tim?
Yeah, go back to YouTube and put it up there.
Oh, I got to go to YouTube to put it up there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you click on, and you right click on it. You right click on that link, and it'll bring up a screen that says pin message and report. And you click on, you tap on pin message, and it'll take it to the top of the screen on the YouTube side.
Pin message
on the chat.
Yep, on the chat. Yeah.
Message pinned. Now it should be at the very top. I need to go to the live chat though.
Yep.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm on live chat, and okay. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that.
And then I always keep it in the in your copy, so you can throw it in there if they couldn't see it. But it's pinned. We're good. Hey, we got Mikey in the house too. And Crash the Wild. Oh, you got some new ones I haven't seen in here before.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone,
New Horizons
for coming on over. Yeah, it's
cool.
StreamYard. I've only been on it once. I think I was on it 2 hours or less than 2 hours. What's my dog doing? What are you doing, buddy?
Running the roost.
And I was learning a bunch of it. Matter of fact, Karen from Prairie Life was my first one that came up, and she helped me out. And then Sonia came in shortly after that. She was helping me out, and I definitely want to say thank you to everyone that helped me out with the first StreamYard and tonight.
Smash the like.
Still learning new stuff with StreamYard. It's not that hard. You just have to make sure if someone ends up in the basement, they're not sitting down there too long. Like George.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I was there.
I sent Bree a text that I'll be there in a minute. And let's see here. Troy is now a moderator. Is there anyone in the chat that would want to be a moderator on my channel? Just type yes below, and I can add, because I only I have Lucky Dog Sue as a moderator. There's TGIF, and then there was Sonia from RVDJ. Bree, I didn't leave you in the basement, but if you want to come up, you can.
I'm willing
Okay,
to.
make some more likes.
I'm willing to be a mod for your channel, Tim.
All right, I just made Danny from Griswold Family Vacay as a moderator. Kenneth, where are you at in the chat?
Say hi, Ken.
Yeah, Kenneth, just go ahead and type something, then I can make you.
Okay. Alrighty.
It'll make it easier for me.
Chasing America said yes. Mike, here's something to tide you over. What's the first item? Tacos and bacon, you had me there.
I don't know what the first icon is.
Ray says there's 24 in the house.
Nice. Thank you, guys. We'll make Mike Coxmall a moderator.
There it is.
Burritos. Oh, the first one's a burrito?
It looked like a flashlight or something. Is that a burrito? Oh, wrapped in aluminum foil?
Oh, Chipotle style, huh? To go.
Did you get
Yep.
that comment?
Yep, I got it.
All right.
Giggles. Mike, come on up. You know where the link is.
Okay. Just cruising through the chat, see if anybody else said yes.
Hit the thumbs up. 24 in the house again.
And
It keeps going up and down.
yeah, so Kenneth, I sent your package out and I gave you the tracking number, so you should be able to follow
Yeah, I got the email.
for that, and it should show up Friday next week.
Okay.
Next week.
Friday.
Oh, another week. Oh, a week. Yeah. Okay.
6 days from now.
Snail mail.
Yep, snail mail. It's not like Kenneth needed the Fire Stick yesterday.
He's never going to use it. Look at him. He's a YouTuber now.
Well, Kenneth did mention that he does a bunch of YouTube, and I think you don't have cable, so you're on Netflix and
I don't even have a Netflix account. All I have is YouTube, and what I thought about doing is since I have smart TV, I thought about putting, and my dad keeps asking me what I watch, so I thought maybe I might put y'all on the big screen so he could watch it from there,
Gotcha.
and just turn the sounds off on all these device on these and just comment through the live stream, either through the PC or through the phone.
Yeah.
The comments should come up through the TV, shouldn't it? When I do that?
If you're doing a live,
Yeah.
I have not been on a full size TV doing a live, but I'm on a regular monitor, so it should come up the same.
Okay.
And we lost George.
I just know you can't. I just know you can't comment through. I just know you can't comment through the TV. You have to have another device to be able to comment through on that on whatever live stream you're going to watch.
Correct. You have to be hooked up to a laptop, a desktop computer, a tablet, or a cell phone to do any kind of comments.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have some kind of keyboard functionality that works with a smart TV, but I don't think I've seen that.
Somebody, Shannon Kraft, his birthday was good. He really enjoyed it, and we actually got to go out to eat. No, I don't have a gaming system anymore. I had one a while back, but Smart TV YouTube app does not have chat.
Yeah, Vanquish just mentioned that, and the Smart TV YouTube app you cannot chat. Yeah, that's what I thought.
But still, if you're watching a live stream on the TV though,
You can
and
see the comments.
can you see the comments on the TV though?
Someone, Susan, said from New Horizons says you can see the comments on TV when you watch a live stream,
Okay.
but you cannot comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to comment on that live stream, you got to be able to comment through a PC or through a phone, correct?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Or an iPad if you got an iPad.
iPads, tablets.
Yeah. Good night, Santa Craft.
No, Mike, Bria is not in the basement tonight. Of course, she wants to come up though. Night, Shayna. 23 in the house. So, Kenneth,
Yes, sir.
have you done any new taste testing lately?
I did a live. I did a live taste test last night on my live stream on some jalapeno cheddar cheese dip by Frito Lay's.
Okay.
Okay. I was reading his comment here. I was reading No Matter Plex comment. It says, Kenneth, that is correct. I comment on my phone through voice to text, which slows my stream down, so I have to reload the phone constantly, and I watch the stream from my TV with an 8. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, Chase in America.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
funny. Solex was like, I thought for sure I would go up and do the Van Vita's dating game, and I was like, no, too many people know me, know my voice.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
It was awesome. She did a great job.
Yeah, I was watching part of it before I came over here. I didn't get it all the way through, so I'll go back and watch where I left off. I stopped at like 9 minutes and something. I didn't get far into it. But I knew I hadn't been up on your live stream before, and I wanted to come over here and join in on yours. So
Yeah. Paula was like, no one else was going up, and I'm like, okay, I can go, for my second live stream and see how it goes.
yeah. Oh, this is only your second live stream?
My second, yes.
Hmm.
Yep. Hey, Lisa, good to see you here.
Hey, Lisa.
I don't think I said hello to you.
And
Mike thought I was the Daryl one with the dark, raspy voice, very dark. And Paul is just like, oh, I don't know. That was awesome though.
okay. Yeah, I knew that there was always a lag between the StreamYard and the YouTube side anyway. There's like I think somebody said it was like a 20-second lag or something like that.
George says my internet will not let me back in. Well, George, I think you need to fire your internet company and get a new one. Hey, George, did you pay your bill? Just kidding.
But
Hey, here's Destinations Delight. I don't think I've called you out. Welcome to my live. And yes, Kenneth is a pro at live streaming.
I don't know about that now.
Well, you went longer than 10 hours, right? Or almost 10 hours?
I missed about 1 minute.
Okay, you're the pro then. Sonia, the RV DJ, had a live that went 9 hours or just shy of 9 hours or something like that.
Well, I saw Bob's Adventure.
Yeah.
Do a 12-hour.
No way.
Shoo!
Yeah,
he did. He went 12 hours.
That's a lot of time sitting in the seat.
Well, he kept taking breaks, and he let. Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Erica said the RV DJ was 10 hours today.
Oh, Lordy.
And Blaine went 5.5 hours, he thinks. That's a long time.
Yeah, well, about 10 hours that's been my longest one. Was the 9 hour and 59 second.
How many Rocky Mountain oysters did you eat during that time?
I didn't eat none that time.
I still got to try them out. I know it's country, western, whatever you want to. People on the farm, they've always cooked these up, and you get city slickers and urban people. They're just like, don't want to try it. You know what? I'll give it a shot for a first time and see how it is.
Well, Nate from Land Cloud Adventures.
Yes.
He tried them. He tried them, and he said he absolutely loved them.
I seen his video. Yes. Yep.
I need to go back and watch some of his videos because see, I follow so many channels. It is absolutely hard to get to everyone and watch their stuff.
Yeah. Yep. the more and more people you add on as subscribers, the more lives and the more videos that come up, and you're just like, who do I watch today?
Yeah.
Who haven't I seen in a couple days? Let me go check out some of their videos. Yeah.
Yeah. And two, you know, I went, since I'm not able, I kind of, yeah, it kind of makes me feel like, you know, I don't want people thinking that I never watch their stuff. I do watch their stuff. It's just that it's hard for me to, you know, get to everyone. You know,
Yeah.
I just, you know, and I like everybody's that I've connected with. I like everybody's stuff. You know.
Yeah. And then, yeah, there's some channels you definitely have to watch what you say.
Uh-huh.
And because they're cleaner channels. And then there's other channels that have a little more relaxed rules in what you can say and what you can't say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And someone just popped up into the basement. Are you ready to go there, buddy? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me?
Is it RV with G?
Are you ready to come up? All right. Here we go.
Oh, there he is. What the heck is going on?
There you are.
Excuse me just for 1 second. I have to go get my shoes. I am cooking them on my room heater over here.
All right, we're gonna have some tough leather.
I know. I'm telling you. Hey, this is it. This is the truth. I put my thermometer on the floor. It's -7 degrees outside.
And 30 degrees on the floor.
Oh, now it's going up because I got it at chest level. I'm freezing. Golly. So anybody who thinks that there's cold, no, that's not cold. You got to go put your shoes on the and cook them on the heater over here. Be right back.
Okay. Woo. 30 degrees on the floor. That's kind of cold there.
Oh, that feels so good.
There you go.
Okay. That's a lot of work.
So,
And how hot is the heater right now, or the wood stove?
Oh, yeah. Well, here. Okay, here's the thing. I have to go through the preamble here. I am in the process of throwing everything away. Do you have any idea how hard that is?
Yeah, because we always hang on to stuff we don't need.
Okay, well, let's look at it this way. I was the executor of my grandparents' estate. They had a massive ranch, thousands of things all over the place. And then I was executor of my parents' estate. So now I'm executor of my own estate. I have 3 generations of junk.
Yeah.
So this is my living room without my backdrop. See if I tried to do this once before, but the camera quit working on me.
Here, I'll make you bigger there, I think. Oh,
I lost it. So
nope, you're there.
So everything back there is in totes. And I'm slowly going through all those totes. And here's the problem. That's just the living room.
Okay.
You have to get through the kitchen to the bedroom. You have to skittle right through the massive amount of things over there, and then skittle through the bedroom to get to the bathroom. There is so much stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's all got to go. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's so much world out there that I have not seen. I've been all across the planet more than once, seen that, but I haven't seen the United States yet. It's time.
Okay. Van Life Rock said drag and drop.
Dragon dropped him.
Well,
Oh,
ma-
yeah, it is. Downsizing's a full-time job. I mean, I started taking, people take dog naps. People take cat naps. I take bird naps, you know, dog nap, cat nap, bird nap. And I'm working my ass off getting rid of this stuff.
I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard here.
There's a down there in the corner there where you bring people up from your basement there.
Got it.
Oh, that's what the basement is. I always wondered what that was. I thought Sonia had this slide that she just put people on and swim into her basement.
What I was going to say is you click on that little blank box on the people down there in your basement, and it'll bring it up. I'm up on a panel, Dad. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Chasing America, that is a very good question. No, I'm not selling anything. I'm giving it away, and if people don't want it, then I throw it away. You know, it's my treasures are theirs. I mean, you're talking about 125 years of collections. What are you going to do with the spurs that your grandfather used to herd cattle across the Rocky Mountains? You know, what do I need those for? I'm sitting in my RV. Yeah, mule. Yeah.
Get them going.
Yeah, those spurs are not for me. Now, I really appreciate my grandfather's spurs, you know, because they're not the pointy ones that you really can do some damage with. So yeah, I have been thinking about this, everybody in the chat. There's a group, there's more than one. There's like 3 or 4 groups here in town, and they're called Seniors in Transition.
Okay.
And what they do is they come into your house, and you get to pick what you want to keep, and they go and sell everything else. I've thought about that, but I don't want the money. I've not had money for as long as I can remember, and I don't know what I'd do with money.
Yeah. I lost both my parents back in 2013 within 52 days of each other. Me being in California, I had to go to Ohio, and that was my first 2 months sabbatical from work.
Oh dear.
And I used that 2 months plus a couple of weeks of vacation to go through their condo, the condominium, and I cannot believe how much paper products and the old bills that they had like 20 years ago. They had
I know.
shoe boxes of old bills. And I had to go through everything to make sure none of them had a social security number. Take it to a shredding plant and shred all of this. Magazines, the old bills, all sorts of documents. I literally had like 600 pounds worth of paper that I actually recycled at the shredder. That didn't include the other 400 or 500 pounds of magazines, and then I lost count after a while. Yeah, it's just insane.
My parents, here's what they bought a property. On the property, it had 2 Northern Railroad boxcars. These aren't boxcars you see on the train tracks. These are 12 feet wide by 80 feet long. These are huge boxcars. I converted one into a rock shop for my mother. I mean, I'm talking, I became an expert at drywall, and she said she wanted outlets. So every 2 feet, I put an outlet in there for her for all of her equipment. And then she had a
Yeah.
sitting room, and it overlooked a truck garden. It was just a beautiful thing. Now the other one that they had, 12 feet by 80 feet, was jam packed from the floor to the ceiling. You couldn't get in there of all their things, and that's just the stuff that they put in there, not the stuff that they were using. I mean, we're talking. There's tractors. There's well, the llamas. That was the hardest thing. It was the llamas.
Yeah.
I knew that the llamas market had dropped out. You can go down to Pay's auction yard here in Billings and buy a llama for $1 at the auction yard. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, because I don't know who's going to get it. Here's why. I put the llama up on Craigslist for sale. I got 5 calls right away. What are you going to do with them? We want to eat them. All 5 people wanted to eat them. So I finally found somebody who lived out in the sticks, and he wanted the llamas because of what the llamas can do. Put a llama on your property. Llamas are not skittish. They see something, they run at a dead run right up to the thing. And this has stopped coyotes and wolves and bears from coming onto the property. And so that's
Yeah.
what they had. They had a whole bunch of new brand new horses, and they wanted the llama in there, and that's what the llama did, protected the horses. I love that. So I finally found a home for my mom and dad's prize llama, which
Okay.
was the son of a llama that sold in Denver for 250 grand. It was a stud. The studs sell for the most, and I'm going,
Wish you knew that, right?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And it's like what you did. Tell me you went through every one of those papers and receipts and your parents.
I did.
Did you really?
And I have a brother and a sister there in Toledo, Ohio. They hardly ever helped me out in the whole house.
How incredibly fastidious of you. Now, my brother and sister, and this is where my RVing came from. My brother and sister, they wanted me to sell the property for $35,000 more than the banks and all the realtors that I brought on the property to assess the value. And they got a lawyer to do it. Great. I'm saying, well,
Yeah.
fine. I can do this. And it was only 5 acres. It wasn't a big ranch. It was just a little toy ranch for their retirement. And so,
Hey, it's good acreage.
yeah. And I got a buyer, a cash buyer.
Okay.
The whole thing would have been paid. And I had to get the bill of, or not the bill of sale, the sale thing back to their realtor within 7 days. But my siblings wanted their lawyer to see it first. So I said, sure. And so I told the realtor, send it over to them, and give him a day to look at it, and we'll get it over to the realtor. He hid it. Their lawyer hid it. He said, I've lost it. I don't know where it's at. And so my brothers charged me with larceny, and my sister as well, and charged me with larceny and said, we want to take control of the property ourselves.
That's BS.
I know, but I wasn't going to argue. In
Right.
fact, it takes a week to get all that paperwork done to transfer over representative papers, to transfer one representative to another. It takes a week. That's not going to happen. If they want this, I'm going to get it over with. So I walked the paper over to the judge's office, whom I knew very well. So I didn't have to. I just went past the secretary. Hey, sign this. What's going on, Trent? Oh, I said my name. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, I know. Freudian slip. What's going on? See, it's just a crazy name. So what's going on? He says, well, my brothers want to control the property. He says, well, you sold everything. You spent the money on paying the mortgage. What's left? I said, well, I sold the property, but they lost the buy-sell agreement. He said, well, I'll tell you, nobody in the history of me sitting on the bench has ever done this. So I'm not going to argue with them. If I argue with them, it's just going to drive a wedge in the family. I can't do that. I just can't do that. So I turned it over to him. 3 days later, a share. I'm living out there. I've got
Yeah.
my van. I've got I got 2 manufactured homes that I pulled out there to take care of my father in his latter days, and my brother and my siblings came up and they said, "Well, the sheriff's here. You got 3 days to vacate the property."
Wow, really?
Do you have any idea how much it costs to move a manufactured home?
Couple grand, if
Yeah.
not more. Yeah.
$650 a month as a disabled veteran is what I get. There was no way I'm moving that. So I hopped in my van and moved to the Walmart parking lot where I lived for 2 years. That began my RVing days. I didn't think I'd ever tell anybody that story.
Wow. So you had to sell both the modular homes?
No, they were in my name. I couldn't move them.
You couldn't? Okay.
And my brother argued in his lawyer papers saying it's on the property. It stays on the property.
Okay. And you
because
lost them.
Because it's real. Yeah, I know. And so I like Lant does. I'm over there Google Earthing this thing all the time, year after year. Google. I'm going. There's my homes. There's the truck that Dad gave me.
Night, Lisa.
The truck's got a camper on it now. Apparently, they had a sheriff's.
Oh,
Lisa's going by, Lisa.
And Paula's here. Hello, Paula.
Apparently, you can go down to the sheriff and get a sheriff's title, and they stole the truck from me. I know.
Wow.
That was the truck that I was going to use to buy I was going to buy a fifth wheel and tow behind that truck. But so I'm in my Chevy van living down by the river.
Oh boy.
I know. I'm what is that? I'm old Farlowing it here, right? I'm telling you. You want to live in the van down by the river. So there I was.
I forget what sitcom that was from.
Saturday Night Live, the old school one.
Okay, yeah. That's funny.
So the guy, yeah. So anyway, long story short, they said that they needed to repair the property to make it sellable, but I already sold the property for $35,000 to a cash buyer, and his lawyer never told him. His lawyer hid the papers, and so 3 years later, the papers showed up that I sold the property. My brother comes over. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! I am so sorry. I didn't know. I thought we wanted to put you in jail. I know.
So then what happened after the 3 years?
Well, let's see. My sister lost her job, got evicted, and moved into the property.
Okay.
My brother spent 25 grand, he said, I never saw any receipts, on the value of the property to get it into a sellable condition. Then he sold it for the amount that I sold it for 4 years later, but to a guy who didn't move into it for 2 years after that because there was some lawyer stuff that they were going through. 2 years of lawyer stuff to buy a house and move in. I don't know what that's all about. And so my brother said, okay, we got all the cash divvied up. Your cut of the estate is $500. I know.
And that's what you got.
Yeah.
Wow.
Out of a 5-acre ranch, Quonset huts, all those buildings that were in perfect shape. And I'm going, well, they got answers to somebody greater than me one day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not getting involved. I haven't seen him now in 10 years.
Your brother?
Yeah, they live in town. They live in town. My siblings, yeah. Any of my,
Wow.
well, I did see my one brother.
Yeah.
And, but I when I went to the funeral, my one brother that I see, who I still have a relationship with, I saw him. My sister and my other brother, way on the other side of the funeral thing, hiding. They knew what they did. I know.
Wow, that's just a shame.
It happens. But the thing that is most egregious of all is that wedge in between family. Never should be driven.
I have a family member, my sister. Um, she won't talk to us. She only wanted the money, and she wanted it super fast. And I'll tell you what, when you have to deal with an estate, it takes over 2 years
I know.
to finalize an estate. And she just got so pissed off at me, and then the rest of the other two brothers. We haven't heard from her in 3 years.
I tried to explain it to my brother. I said, 6 months before Dad died, Dad third mortgaged the house. Then he took out a $6,000 personal loan. I had to pay all that back. So all the money that I was getting from selling all the stuff that was around there went directly into paying back my father's fiduciary responsibilities. I didn't get a penny of that money.
Yeah, I went through some stuff, and I definitely understand what you had to go through. And when it comes down to an estate, um, sometimes it can break families. And you know what? I still love my sister. She wants to come around, she'll come around.
I want to tell
That's
you,
all I can say.
I want to tell you two guys something, and all the wonderful people and my friends in the chat. For every cloud, there is a silver lining. If that had not have happened, I never would have met you wonderful people.
Yeah. Oh,
You guys are my silver lining.
hey, that works because, you know, we're all in the same boat right now, especially during this whole COVID crisis. I don't want to talk about it. I have my own views on it. I know a lot of other people have their own views on it. And we're also dealing with a really bad winter this year.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And this is a place to hang out with friends and family, and we have a great time. And you know what? We're making new friends, just
Yeah.
like Kenneth. Kenneth's over here. Kenneth, do you know Solix?
No, I was just going to ask, what is his channel about?
lots of different things. I mean, I go RVing, but I mix it up. I mean, somebody has an argue with me, and I prove it wrong. A guy come up to me one time. He says, "There's no gold around here." I said, yeah, there is. There's gold in your backyard. You just got to dig down to the flood river rocks, which is about 4 feet deep, to get to it. He said, yeah, I've heard a lot of tall woolies. So I get my YouTube camera out, go out and I vlog, and I'm going, finding gold in Billings, Montana. And so, and it was, all my equipment pretty much, except for my yard sale pick, pretty much came from the dollar store.
I'll be right back, Solix.
So Kenneth, what I did was, I did that YouTube thing, put it on there, showed him, and then went to the other guy and says, look at my YouTube video. He looked at it, didn't hear a lot of comments on my YouTube about it. But a week later, I went out there. There were 5 people out there digging for gold. It's flour gold. A gallon might get you at least half a cent. And if you work 10 hours a day, 30 days a week, you'll get $5 of worth of gold. But it was just for fun, to prove a point. So that's the kind of things that I do. I wanted to see the solar eclipse. So I drove down to that. But everybody knows what a solar eclipse look like. The goofy moon gets in our way of looking at the sun. Great. And then maybe we might see some interesting little things coming off the side of and so I videotaped, what do ants do during a solar eclipse? I don't know. I looked all over. I haven't found out what anybody's saying anything about it, because the moon stops the frequency wave patterns from the sun getting near us. So I did a video. They get lost. They stop in their tracks and just they don't move. It's amazing. So I do all kinds of things. I like fishing. I never ice fished before, so I tried. I went out and did some ice fishing. That was a lot of fun. Because I heard something about Billings, my brother-in-law, in Roundup, Montana. Roundup is great. And you go, let's see, you go a mile and a half outside of Roundup to one of the road cuts,
Mhm.
and they got this the shale mixed in with the dirt on the road cut. You pull out that shale and you lift and you start lifting flakes of that shale up. Perfect leaves in there. And then you go down to another road cut and you get some little conglomerated rocks. Nothing but a mass of fish bones. So Roundup's got a lot of cool dinosaur artifacts around it.
Mhm.
So that's the kind of things I like doing. I haven't done a rock hunting thing yet. That's on my thing to do. Um, I'm thinking what some of these guys do. I should do a video of me throwing all my stuff away because that's the toughest thing ever in going full-time RVing.
Sounds like you got a really cool channel going there.
No, I don't ask for subscribers. I don't. I don't. I respond to because I got a little following going for some reason. I don't respond to the people there, and the people who give me thumbs down, I find out who they are. I found out how to do it. It's amazingly simple. So there's one person who was thumbs down to me. I put a video up, and 3 seconds later, I got a thumbs down. I said, what is that? I got to know. So I found out, and I looked it up, and it was my sister. so I said, I know it's you because I'm looking on my YouTube, and I figured out how to go to click on the channel name, go down to inspect element, and go to the HTML codes and change a couple HTML codes around so it shows me who the thumbs down or thumbs up people were. And so I printed out the thing and says, there, look at there. There's your YouTube name. How did that get there?
Yeah, I didn't think you could do that. Of course, I've been told too. Either way, it still counts as interaction, whether somebody gives you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It
Well,
still it still goes for that YouTube algorithm.
exactly. I mean, algorithm. I don't know what they're thinking about doing that kind of stuff. I mean, they sneak stuff in there.
Yeah, Solix, they're asking, how did you find out who does a thumbs down?
Oh, I went on YouTube and I looked up. I typed into the search engine, thumbs up, thumbs down, how to find out. And there's this 12-year-old kid that I learned from. He was 12 years old. He knew more about technology than I could for the rest of my life. And he's like, well, you just do this. And so I tried it out. It worked.
Okay.
So do-it-yourself YouTube is the god of people today.
So you just
I'm 4 away from 200. How the heck did that happen?
And Paula got 8 thumbs down tonight. Well, they still count, and we had a blast.
Well, we did. It was funny.
Oh, Paula, it was awesome. It was a great dating show that you did. Even though
I just made
You
you
had-
$199.
Thanks.
even though you did have some snafus there, Paula, but you made it work, and you made it work great. I appreciate you doing that, Paula.
I think Paula is the bravest YouTuber out in the history of YouTubers. She sacrificed herself for the dating game. That was
You do
very brave.
great live streams.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till the day that I actually get to meet her in person.
Yeah. What are you doing, Duke? My dog. What? What'd you do with your toy? Is it underneath my chair? Well, you're gonna have to get it. Yeah. Go get it.
You are, Paula. You are brave.
Here's Crash the Wild. Thank you for coming on over. I've never seen you before. Thanks for coming over to my channel.
After learning that, I hesitate giving thumbs up or thumbs down because now we are officially recorded in the HTML codes of Google.
Google has everyone from your phone messages to your talking on the phone. It's all recorded.
I just got this phone a month ago. The first one of these kind of phones I had. I always had a little flip phone, but it was 3G. I can't use it anymore. So I finally had to get this thing, and I only got it because I bought that DJI Maverick Mini, and I was talking to the guys in the store, and they say, "Yeah, you just buy this and put it on there, and you can use it." No, you have to go to Google Play to get the app to play the thing. I didn't know what is an app. I'm going, what the heck are they talking about? So now I have to turn this thing on. It took me 2 weeks to figure out how to answer a phone call. And the first phone call that I figured out how to answer, they wanted to tell me that my
Where's your toy?
my what do you call it? My guarantee on my truck has expired. I said, well, how did that happen? My truck's only 20 years old.
Oh yeah, they find you real quick. Yep.
You guys are great. I love you guys.
And my vehicle's been paid off. It's like it's been paid off since 2013. Yeah, your warranty is about to expire, and I'm like, okay, cool, thanks.
Is that what people really do that? Hey, but the cool thing is, I found out just yesterday you can block people who called you.
You know what? I did that for quite some time, and the same phone number that my veteran hospital uses is spoofed, and I blocked them. And they said, we tried to call you for your appointment. I'm like, I didn't get it. I literally went through my phone and unblocked every freaking number. Well, and it took me 2 hours to unblock everything because I'm like, no, I didn't get a phone call. I didn't even get a message, voicemail, because once you block it, they can't do the voicemail either.
I told the Veterans Administration, I told the Veterans Clinic, I says, this is the way it is. I have no phone. And they're going, how are we going to get a hold of you? I live right here. You can get off your ass and come over and see me.
Right? Yeah.
I know they wrote that down too, what I said, like they were going to get me on something.
So what happens is the VA clinic uses a special phone number. It's a robocall phone number, and there's many other companies that use that same number. Believe it or not.
I cut the VA clinic off the moment they wanted me to start doing virtual doctors. I'm going, how is that going to help with a rectal examination? Really?
Oh, night, Ron. Night, Ron, Daryl.
Good night, Ron, Daryl.
Rondale, see ya. Give me a timeout.
Yeah, and with this whole COVID thing, it doesn't matter if you're VA or not. Your healthcare practitioner wants to talk to you on the phone or do video now, so you cannot have blocked numbers.
That's true. I didn't think about that. It's been years since I even seen them. They're not fans of mine. I took my video camera with me into the VA because this is before the first care thing came out. And you sit there for 6 months to wait for your appointment. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I took my video camera there, and this is when, under no circumstances, could anybody who works for the VA clinic be fired. So I went in there and I said, "What's the matter with you?" To the gal who's like not the gal who's sucking the blood, but the gal who wants to take this. I says, "I have an appointment. We've already done this. I did it yesterday. We're not going to do it again. I'm going to see the doctor. Period." And that for me, that's being very aggressive speaking, and I don't get that aggressive very often.
Yeah.
So
except my dog with his bone.
Yeah. So the director of the VA clinic called me into her office. Who else is there?
Night Ski.
The cops are in there, and they're saying, "We heard that you were using your video camera. Give it to us." I said, "You can't have it. This is Montana. Oh, you have to give it to us. No, you can't have it. This is Montana. You have to give it. And so the cop's over there, and he's going like this, smirking, like, because she didn't know. Only one party of the two parties has to know that the video is being done in Montana. Two parties don't have to know, in public or in private.
Okay.
So, because we're a lot different than a lot of states. And so I said, I pulled out the SD card. This is the SD card. I was gonna swallow it. Get it. and so anyway, she let me go. So 6 months later, they passed that Accountability Act. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then shortly after that, they passed the First Choice Act. The director of that VA clinic got fired because of what they thought I didn't videotape. I didn't tell you guys. I didn't do any videotaping. I just said I did. She got fired because they thought I still had the video.
Oh boy.
Karma.
Eh.
Thanks, Pneumatic Rack Pack. So yeah.
I've had some shady doctors in the VA healthcare system, but there are a lot of great doctors in the VA healthcare system.
There is.
The problem is we are on such a long wait to get into an appointment. 30 days or over 30 days, and you have an issue, say like burning finger pain and numbness. You have to wait. You have to wait to see the neurosurgeon, and it takes 30 days. And right now, it's just like, okay, do I stay in the healthcare system for the VA, or do I opt for the choice program and go outside the VA, and they actually pay for it, and I can be seen sooner, and I can get an appointment in like a week
now,
instead of waiting a full month or longer.
There's this social construct of who makes the worst patients, and I'm going to change that. They say doctors make the worst patients. No, they don't. A biochemical engineer makes the worst patient. So they get me in there, and the little blood suckers take your blood out, and they run it through there, and you go see the doctor when they have it all analyzed in the lab there, and they rush you over to the doctor, and the doctor's going, oh my god, your D3 level is dangerously low. It's almost non-existent. We have to get you drugs from Fort Harrison now. I'm going, no, you don't. What are you talking about? I don't need any drugs. My D2 level is down. I'll fix it. She said, you can't fix that. I said, yeah, I can. So schedule me an appointment for next month. So she did. That's the only time I didn't have to get my blood sucked out of my body that time. So I did. And they did they did suck the blood out. So they did their lab work, and it went to the doctor, and she comes back and says, it's all normal. What'd you do? Go to Walmart and buy some vitamins? No. So I took my hat off. I shaved all the hair off of my head, bald as a cue ball. And she says, well, how did that help? I says, because our body naturally produces the vitamin D. What I was not getting was enough sun. And so I spent 3 hours a day for the last 30 days standing out in the sun. And she goes, oh, you know that one.
Yeah, we definitely get our natural vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah.
And if you're in the far north, older people in the far north, especially in the wintertime, they have to take vitamin D supplements. And that's the only way that they can get the full amount that they need for that day.
I just love it, sticking it to the man. So that's the last time I ever saw the VA again, because that's all they wanted to do was give us drugs. And they had me on a free lifetime supply of hydrocodone, one of the most highly addictive opioids out there.
Vicodin.
I know.
Yep.
They had. I could get as much as I wanted.
I
for
won't
free.
take it. I won't take it.
I tried to give it back to them. You can't give it back to them. They won't take it back. So I just.
Well, you just don't go back into the pharmacy to get more.
No,
Uh,
I had him cancel that, but that's when I was done. I mean, that's not helping out anything. I'm standing in front of the city council, and I wasn't taking them like they're recommended. I'm sitting there with a little knife, cutting them in half and into quarters, and taking just a little bit. I had to stand in front of the city council because I was making arguments for manufactured home parks who were unilaterally giving a person 30-day notice because they were selling the park and it was changing. So I'm standing in front of the city council right after I took a quarter piece of one of those things, sweat pouring off of my head, and the city council is going like this. I'm going, this is not working. No, thank you, drugs.
Yep. I was cutting my Vicodin in half and taking that. I would only take it about an hour before bed to help with my neck pain and my middle back pain and my lower back pain. But that's only a temporary fix. You cannot take that. You cannot take that like aspirin. As a matter of fact, aspirin, you're not supposed to take every day either.
No, and here I did a paper on that when I was in college. Your body naturally produces everything that they're shoving in you. It naturally produces it. However, here's how it works. You got a headache. You take 2 aspirin. Well, that incredible migraine headache didn't go away, so you take 4 aspirin tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
That helps. So, but the next day, the headache came back. Now you're taking 8. Now you're taking 12. Now you're chugging the whole bottle just to maintain even. And here's why. You have shut down the gland that naturally produces the endorphin for the pain receptors. And that gland is not coming back. Therefore, everything in moderation should be understood. That, and you were wise to cut your Vicodin in half because it would have destroyed you.
They had me on Motrin 800 3 times a day. That was 2,400 milligrams a day, and I took it for months on end. I ended up with stomach issues, gastritis, lower gut issues, upper gut issues. It's no joke. It's not supposed to be taken that long for that long amount of time
because it's organ failure. Hey, you know when you get that stuff from the forts or from the VA, and they get this list of symptoms that happen to it, and the list just falls right to the floor with all the lists of all the symptoms out there, and always at the very bottom it says sudden death. Yeah, I'm going to take that pill. Not.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's crazy. The VA can be nothing but a pill popper machine.
yeah, and I may be better off, but not going there anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're doctors.
I have advanced chiropractor. I haven't had acupuncture in almost a year now. But I have a pain doctor, and she gives me lidocaine shots in the neck.
Oh, that's interesting.
Other than that, I've been experimenting with CBD oil that's hemp, and CBD oil that has a slight amount of THC in it.
Oh, that's very interesting. Did you know? Trivia time.
Hey, Solex. Troy's been sitting off here to the side. Hey, Troy. Thanks for coming on up.
Very patient man.
Question. You mentioned you get lidocaine shots in your neck. Can I ask what insurance you have and what you're in California? So.
Okay, I go through, since I'm a disabled veteran, I get my lidocaine shots through the VA healthcare system, and I get them once every 2 months.
I'm on Pacific Source, and they will not do injections anywhere in the spine except for facet injections in the lower back for certain people, and that's my issue right now. Is I need injections in my neck. And
okay,
will give me relief. My neck is inoperable.
And okay, you have a VA disability?
I do not. My father was in the military. I was not.
So you're right. Okay.
So they're injecting the lidocaine in the muscle on both sides of my spine, and then the shoulder muscles.
I was just curious how you were getting them, and I'm not able to on great old Pacific Source, which is a big insurance company. Oh, if they're not cold, we don't want them.
They've been sitting down by my door. You all know how cold my door is.
Yes, we know. They're probably freezing.
Oh my stars!
Thank
When
you,
it-
Tim. I appreciate
When
that.
it says
Night,
that,
night, dog.
And that Nate dog.
yeah, when it says that, it's too low for the indoor thermometer to read.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah, these are cold. But somebody asked if Bree was having a drink, and I was saying, no, that's not going to happen. She's having one. I am.
Hey, Bree, are you having a drink?
So it says painkiller.
Yeah, I got my own.
A barley sickle.
No, I call this antifreeze.
Antifreeze. That's what I call the hard stuff.
Beer popsicles. There you go.
Yep. Pneumatic fanatic. Barley pops.
Yeah. So
Barley pop.
I've been doing the lidocaine shots in my neck for about a year now.
Damn, that's good.
No, year and a half. And the last 2 times I went in, so the past 4 months I said no. I want to see what my chiropractor is doing, because I always did an advanced chiropractor, acupuncture, and massage therapy. I have not had acupuncture and massage therapy for a year now because of the whole COVID crisis. But I've swapped up to be doing the CBDs and and at times CBD with THC. And I wanted to see what the difference is with my body. And I think sometimes they hit the nerves doing the lidocaine shots, and it causes more pain on a nerve
That's what we should live, though.
than what it should.
Here's-
Because lidocaine basically is
Steroids.
it's a numbing agent.
Or yeah, it's a numbing agent, and then they put steroids with it too that actually help. In a combo shot, which are the
Yeah.
really good ones. I've had them in my back in the past.
Yeah.
I'm a falling apart. I try not to show it, but I am. Just how it is.
Good night, Blaine.
Blaine's
Oh,
going.
yep. Night, Blaine.
Later on, Blaine.
You should go click on one of Blaine's creative travel links there and probably make him a mod. He's only got like 48 wrenches.
So you're talking about THC, and I want to do a little trivia on that. What is the largest cannabis plantation in the United States, and who owns it?
Probably
Probably
the US government.
Marlboro.
Marlboro.
Probably the U.S. government, and it's for making hemp for our money, I'm guessing.
It's in Northern California in Silicon Valley, and it's owned by the United States government. Yep. They tried to do the Midol thing, and it doesn't work. But yeah,
What's
but
the Midol?
I'm wondering who's selling all that for them. This was 10 years ago. I found out.
So I do know for a fact that the VA hospital that I go to, the 4th floor, they actually grow weed for
No!
chronic patients,
Nice.
chronic cancer patients, and chronic pain patients.
That's
Okay.
not.
I have yet to see anyone that's gotten a prescription from them yet, but the whole 4th floor, I know for a fact. I can't go any further than that, but the whole 4th floor is a weed farm at the hospital.
Go figure.
Oops. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and see, you go to the VA and you ask them about alternative medicine, and they don't help you. And I says, well, what about cannabinoids? I have been researching this, and here's my research, and I pull out this 10-page, 10-foot thick thing of my research. I'm saying I've been researching this. There may be some medical benefits. I'm kind of curious to find out about this. We can't help you. We're the federal government. It's illegal. It's a class 2 drug.
So if you've done your research there, this is something that Tim might want to know, that CBNs are the 3rd highest level of chemical traces in THC or CBDs, and the CBNs are actually an activator for the others for a painkiller. So if you can find a strain that's got a high CBN in it, those are the ones you're going to want. A high CBD level works great, but it requires a small amount of THC with the
Right.
CBN to activate it. And those are excellent pain relievers. And those are the
Yeah,
only ones
okay.
on somebody as bad as I am. And they don't work as good. They don't get rid of the pain pills, but they can take the place of a pill.
Weeping willow tree. You know those weeping willow trees with the long little shoots? that
Yeah,
come
they
in?
they drag down. Yeah,
Yeah, you know where they get aspirin from now?
they get aspirin from that.
It's called salicylic acid. They,
Yeah.
yeah, it's called salicylic acid, and that comes from the weeping willow.
Yeah, they've known that for years.
Surprise!
Yeah, I know. That's old Indian medicine.
So the only thing that I want to say, and I probably don't want to say this anymore because it's just going to freak people out.
Hey, Mike, real quick, Mike. California homes don't have basements. We don't have tornadoes, and there are no grow lights in this house.
With any virus on this planet, it has never gone away. Despite what people say is polio is still here, smallpox is still here, chickenpox is here. All viruses are here because it's called a ribonucleic acid. A ribonucleic acid is what your DNA is made of. And a virus injects its ribonucleic acid into our DNA. So it can never go away. There is no cure. As far as the current pandemic that's going on, generally speaking, with any virus, there can be as many as 12 different variants of the same virus. So we're never going to get rid of this. It's just going to go on and on.
I could share some information with you on some studies that were done around the world on what actually works on the virus.
Nicotine patches. Can you
I'll
believe
be
that?
right back.
Yes, I can.
In Sweden, they're giving everybody nicotine patches, and it's working
No, would you like to know why?
because the nicotine harbors over the cellular structure, preventing the RNA from invading. Yeah, I know why.
And yeah, okay, so you know why. And also that ivermectin is used in the same manner as tobacco is in animals. People, when they go to worm their animals, will give them tobacco. And ivermectin is used for parasites in foreign worlds. And my dogs are going off out there.
Yeah,
And
if it works on bot flies,
it swells up the membrane on the larvae in the parasites. It won't kill the adult. So in some cases, so they have to do many years of a course of the treatment till the adult dies, but it won't let the babies grow in the person. And it has a same effect on the outer body on the virus. It coats it in a manner, swells it up and coats it in a manner to where it can't function correctly. And 30 independent studies around the world, they used ivermectin in the studies, and 0 people got COVID that were on it. The people that were not on it were given ivermectin shortly after they got it, and 0 people went to the hospital, were hospitalized and put on a ventilator. And most of the people had half the symptoms and half the sickness time.
You know, the easiest on things like the Zika virus or the sleeping death, all those kind of viruses that comes from mosquitoes. You know, the simple preventative measure is
yeah, it's
don't scratch.
Quinine. Yeah,
no,
okay.
Don't scratch. Here's how it works. The proboscis of the mosquito is only one way. It's not like all these other bitey little creatures like ticks and things. The proboscis only sucks. It never goes suck. It doesn't put back in.
Well, they
mosquitoes
inject coagulants into you. The mosquito has 3 tubes.
Yeah, it has to. But that's not. But that's not where the mosquito was born with these viruses. So what happens is when the mosquito sucks it up in its thorax or abdomen is filling up with your life-giving blood, it's pooping out the excrements that was already in its body. So when you scratch, you're unknowingly moving the virus into your body. Ta-da!
Oh, nice. And
Cat's out of the bag there. Or another preventative measure is before you go fishing, for like a month, eat tons of garlic. I'm not kidding you. It is an anti-vampire food, I'm telling you.
So Mike and Kathleen Klein were talking about that, and yeah, you can get that at a feed store. I've actually, in my prepper supplies, gone and gotten ivermectin paste for a horse. You can treat a 2,000-pound horse for it. It may not be as form they give us as people. That's the only difference between veterinary medicine and ours, basically. I mean, shoot, I get steroids. They give me the same prednisone for my dog when they need them that I get from my doctor, the same exact bill.
That's one thing I never did to my parents' llamas is I never gave them steroids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I have ivermectin that will treat a 2,000-pound horse, in my head, I can just rate that down to treating a 200-pound person or a little less. And, you know, if I'd rather do that than die from the virus if it's going to get me because I smoke heavily.
Now, Kathleen Klein has a nice suggestion down here. You smash the aspirin and put it on directly on the bite.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's the one thing that they should be keeping. I don't know why they don't get rid of this. You know, you used to get those little things for your backpack. It was like a bite sting stick. It's pretty much a thing of salt and some antibiotics in there. And anytime you get bit, you put it on there. It stings like hell for just like a second. And it prevents you from scratching. Those things are great. I can't find those anymore.
Come on.
Yeah, everybody's gone. Yeah. We're going to do boondocking with Boomer's not here. He wanted to see my house. So anyway.
As a kid, we carried meat tenderizer because it was heavy in salt, and we used tobacco for bee stings when we were out wood cutting as kids. We put it right in the bee sting, and it threw out a bunch of the poison.
My kitchen, nothing but boxes, totes.
Yeah.
I am committed. I throw so many things away. I'm committed. I had two 5,000 watt generators sitting outside from my parents. I gave those away. A guy came over to fix the house. I just gave it to you. You want these?
Yep. I've done a lot of that downsizing.
Boy, I
got to have a big sale right before COVID hit.
I know, Jason America. I do have a project. No, don't. It's just, and I've been working on this for 2 years. Come on now.
My advice is you can't do it on your own. Get help. When the project's that big, it's just overwhelming.
I know, and I have been giving it a lot of thought about these groups that come out and seniors in transition. They have estate sales, and I've given it a lot of thought, but I don't know if I want to sell anything. I'd rather give it away. I'm odd that way. And in Bree's explanation, I am obnoxious in that way.
Sorry, I had to talk with George. He's having issues trying to jump up in the live, and I don't know why. It's the same link and everything, and it basically he just hits a never-ending circle.
Did he restart his computer?
I told him to reboot everything, this and that, and he still is not able to get up, and I don't understand that.
Voice to text didn't work in Amazon. It still won't work in Amazon. My voice to text quit working today in chat. I restarted my phone. It started working again. It's weird.
Oh, okay. If George is in the chat, reboot your phone, maybe. Kenneth, is there anything that I could have possibly blocked him by accident?
I don't think so.
If I go up into edit, it's public.
You can go.
Wouldn't he go back to one of his comments and hit the 3 dots?
You can. I know you can go on to the main homepage of your
YouTube,
and you can go to where it says general, and it has the list of people that you blocked or whatever. Let me see if I can find out. Let's see. Let me minimize here.
Lean, thank you for that advice.
well, there's no way that I would have blocked them in YouTube.
I'll be adding B complex to my diet this summer because mosquitoes will pass 9 out of 10 people to bite me.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely won't be one to bite you.
I Saying you're a mosquito?
I
No,
don't know. I don't know,
No.
Tim.
because I don't have malaria either.
I don't. You know, Tim. I am coming. You're like the master of disguisey over there. I don't know if you'd come up there and bite me or not.
No, that'll never happen. Oh, nice one. Nice one, Chasing America. Where is that?
Yeah, what it is, you go into your settings, and you go to where it says community, and you go to automated filters.
Okay.
And it tells you the people that you made moderators, and then you scroll down, and it'll tell you the hidden users that you've hidden from your channel from good. And you can see if RVing with G is in there.
But that wouldn't keep them from coming into StreamYard.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it kind of irks me. He was in here, and then now he can't.
Yeah.
Good person to have in chat too, or in the stream.
Well, let's put it this way: if I can show up in here, who actually has no knowledge of all this kind of technology, then it's not. It's not on your end, Tim.
Yeah, I did help you out the other day, and
Oh, my
like,
stars!
oh, wow.
You're like, yeah. You ever watch that film, What Women Want? I was totally vibing on your brainwave patterns. I could hear you. Is this guy stupid or what? Because he was. After thinking about it, it was the simplest little clicks of a mouse. That's all you had to do. I couldn't believe how easy it was. Now you guys are, well, now you guys are screwed.
Oh, who's texting now?
Is Lucky Dog in here?
Wait,
Oh,
RVing with G, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later.
Oh,
he's too cool. The Google moderators are jealous.
So did one of the moderators block him?
I did not. I think you can go in and see that somewhere.
I just found a new button.
Simple way to fix that in the future is make him a moderator.
Am I louder?
No, you were plenty loud before.
Am I quieter?
No?
Huh, okay. So this button just.
Actually, you are a little quieter there.
So this button.
And that's decent volume right there.
Okay. I'm playing around with buttons. I'm the worst in when you go to a hospital, what's the first thing you do? I see things hanging out there and I'm playing with them. That's all hey, it's a given. What's this thing do?
Yeah, and then you break it.
Yeah, I do. I break things. I'm a boy. We get to do that. Women get to change their minds. Guys get to break things.
So Kenneth, what did you say I had to go to check for blocked users? Do I have to go into YouTube Studio?
You have to go into YouTube Studio, go into actually settings, go into YouTube settings and go to automated. Hang on a minute. Let me
Permissions? No.
Go down to where it says community.
Yep.
Zipper's up.
It'll tell you the list of people that you made moderators, and you scroll on down a little bit, and it'll tell you the list of people that you've hidden from your channel.
Nope, I have only one, and that is definitely not George. This was a guy that commented on one of my videos and tried to post pornographic material.
Ooh. Big troll.
Yeah. If I make George a moderator, would that give him full rights then?
Then nobody can't block
Moderators
him.
can't block other moderators, as far as I know, in chat. They can just block non-moderators.
I don't know why he would be blocked right now.
That is
Probably not.
one reason why I don't want to be a moderator. A moderator. Is it because it's too much responsibility? I don't want to pass judgment on my fellow man, kind of thing. I just couldn't be a moderator.
Yeah, I got 2 monitors going. Let me go into this. And I'm still learning.
Meow.
Meow.
Hey, Roy and Becky Travels. That's probably more like Roy, because that's like Becky's probably in bed asleep.
That was the best suggestion that I'd heard, Kenneth, when you told him reboot the phone or reboot the computer and start over. I can't think of anything else.
Why didn't that did not copy? Yeah, it kind of irks me. He was already up there. And it won't allow me to type it in and save it. Or did it? Let me go back. Nope, you have to click on that person's name. And now George can't get in to even chat. So in YouTube, so I can't make him a moderator. And he's been off. He's been off the past 30 minutes.
He was showing me the message that he had.
Men and their toys. That's what I was thinking.
So G's texting me and asking if he's blocked on YouTube. Are you able to contact him and let him know no, Tim?
I've already given him the link.
Yeah, but he's wondering if he's blocked. Should I tell him you're not blocked on Tim's end?
Yeah, I'm texting him now.
Okay, yeah, text him and tell him. I wonder if he's able to even watch the chat. That's weird.
Can you go to my YouTube live and comment?
Okay, he can hear us all.
Let's see what he says. Oh, this is weird. Hello, Ray and Becky. Thanks for coming on in.
I can't wait to meet those people in person.
Roy and Becky?
Yes.
I've been on
He
YouTube.
he has one. He has that RV is one of my favorite type of RVs.
Yep. I've been friends with him for so long. I feel like I've already met them. It's weird.
Yeah, I love to hear that thing run and in person.
Well, it is a Ford, Kenneth.
Yeah, well, and two, it's straight piped as well. I love the sound of straight pipes.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my 84 Chevy Blazer had straight headers, 2.5-inch pipe back to mufflers. They look like mufflers, but they were just shells. It was straight out the back. And whenever I went near a cop, I had to keep the idle down because if I romped on it, it sounds like a freaking stock car. It was very loud.
I had a Mustang that way.
Mom had a 78 Chevy Blazer. That thing, hey, it went everywhere.
Yeah, this is a 4x4. I had the engine. It was a 350 4-bolt main, 72 Chevy Camaro engine from the junkyard. Had the cylinders bored out 30 over. So 30 over pistons and
3 basically with in the cubic inch.
355.
Oh, 30 over should be 30,000 silver cubic inch. Okay.
355 or because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to the rods.
Yeah, I'd have to get the math to do the 30 over
because,
on the actual cubic inches.
So it was a 355, not a 383, because you have to put longer
connecting rods
the longer connecting rods to make it into a stroker motor.
I totally need you guys at my house now. All I have to do to fix my truck, I mean, I'm getting, yeah, without towing anything, going down the highway, 7 miles to the gallon. It's an F350 V10. Okay. But 2 of the lifters are missing or not lifting. They're just tapping.
Collapse.
And all I have to do, I bought all the stuff. The only thing I need to do now is buy the gasket for the cam head. All I have to do is pull out 2 of those lifters, put 2 of them in there, but that'll take me like 4 weeks. I am not this. I was the best.
If you ever do spark plugs on that V10, if a plug is starting to seize up on you, take it in and out a quarter turn or less at a time until it starts to come out smooth, because they are known for stripping out the thread holes. The V10 is notorious for that. So if you ever do a tune-up and your plugs are not coming out freely and smooth, the second you feel resistance, go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back.
Yeah, not only that, you have to get this extension thing to get way down in there to the hole for the spark. It's way the heck down in there. What idiot thought of that?
Yeah.
There's Jason America has a question for you, Tim.
Does the link expire? And I don't know that a StreamYard link expires.
No, they've gone on for a long time. In fact,
he pinned it in the chat when he started, plus he dropped the link too. And I've got another text.
uh-oh.
I think he cannot get into YouTube either.
Oh, I forgot.
He said he's able to see and hear us, but he can't get it into the chat.
Smooth.
I'm gonna read what he's got going on here. I have to blow the picture up.
He's like, okay, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't know how he would have been blocked from a YouTube chat.
It looks like he's being Google moderated blocked at the moment is my best guess, because it shows him being in chat and it says, "Can you hear me now?" And it looks like it didn't come through in our chat, or maybe that was earlier. I don't know, but I got Google moderated on like 8 times in a row on the RV.
RBDJ.
Yeah. And inquiring minds want to know. Come on, Paula.
Are you froze, Troy?
Troy, you there? I think he froze.
I'm back. I was
Oh.
reading something that Georgia put up. I got moderated 7 or 8 times today in the RV DJs chat from the Google moderation team over just a few simple words. It wasn't even a bad or whatever comment. I was just asking a question to another person, but the words I used got me moderated. And the people in chat don't know I'm being moderated because they don't see it in the chat. And I don't know I'm being moderated because it shows up on my phone unless I have a second device going to watch the chat in. So I run the Fire Stick on my big screen to watch the chat because I use glasses. And when I'm in a chat with you, I cannot see the comments or comment on my phone. So I don't even know if I'm being Google moderated when I'm on a panel. But if I'm just commenting, I don't know unless I'm watching a second device because it shows up on my phone, but it doesn't show up in the stream on another device. And that's how it works when the Google team moderates you. A lot of people don't even know what's happening. And it sounds
How
like
the hell are they doing that?
it's just what Google does, and I'm guessing they have something to do with this at this point.
Yes, Mike, it's still pinned. He can't even get into YouTube.
He can't even chat right now, and that's why I'm thinking it has something to do with Google itself, with YouTube.
Try this. Try using an alternate Google account and try coming in that way.
That's a good idea. If you
It is?
if you have an alternate
The
YouTube
hell's the
account,
matter
you
with
can
me?
do that. Because he even tried using a different search engine with the same account, and it didn't work. He said, that's why I was away. I was reading his text. He restarted his whole computer, Erica. He rebooted the whole system and tried again.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Because if he still can't get in by using a different Google account, which he should be,
That would be something.
then Google has moderated his IP address, and that is illegal according to the FCC.
I'll be right back. I'm getting,
He's still trying to connect with RVing with G. It says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. And at the very beginning, that was 10:47. Kat said something about, do you know the way to San Jose, Mike, at 10:47, and that's already way up there. So he tried to get in, but he cannot even get into YouTube. So it's not on my end. It's not on George's end. It's on YouTube's end.
He's sending me pictures of what it's saying to him, and it's saying that he can't be connected to chat right now, that they're trying to connect him.
You know what I think?
Definitely on their end, I think.
Mike and Bree, you know what I think? We need to start with something different other than aliens and Bigfoot. What else do we got out there?
So, George, if you can still hear us, try another account if you have another account.
Yeah.
We have like 6 accounts. That's like the last ditch attempt. Like Google cares what's legal. Yeah, they say they don't listen to us, but they're lying. I know when I do a Google search, I get barraged with advertisements, but just when I talk with my phone, I still get a minor barrage of those advertisements just minutes later, within minutes to 30 minutes later.
Ready to come up?
What a coincidence.
Give me a thumbs up.
Oh,
all right.
Wow.
Eureka!
She was coming in and out.
You can't see my name with that.
Guess what?
Cupid's here, boys.
Hello, Cupid.
You-
How's it going, everybody? I'm really busy tonight.
oh,
Are you shooting arrows in the air and hitting them in the butt?
wrong
Yes,
question.
darling, and my aim is absolutely fabulous.
How many arrows do you have left?
Not a whole lot. I threaten to shove one right up Cupid's ass every year.
That was a good one. I mean, really.
Cheers to that.
Hey,
Yeah. Excellent life coaching. Great idea.
There's our being with G now. He's in here on from the phone.
that was a one-time first try there, Paula, and you got 83. You record.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
maybe you should do it again. I mean, I can't tell you. I busted a gut just watching that.
Did you? Good. I just finished actually editing it down.
Really?
I took it from the 2 hours to an hour just so it's like watchable.
I can
Daryl,
say that a lot of people won't go in and rewatch a live stream. That is one well worth rewatching.
yeah, Daryl.
Yes.
Daryl
yes,
was
it is.
brilliant. I loved that he was just brilliant.
I know. It was so funny.
Yeah,
You definitely had a good dating show going on tonight. That was really cool.
I'm not dating, and I was creeped out.
I have to go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty good. Like, and it was so nice to have people volunteer to do it. And they were like, the questions were preset and staged just because I thought these people are so good to do this. Like, let me give them a chance to at least come up with, something good to say. But Daryl did not know the questions because Daryl popped up last minute.
Bless his
Nice.
Oh,
heart.
so you pre-staged the questions then?
I did. I picked the
Oh.
questions. I did give them the questions in advance because I thought that was only fair to the guys, right? So they could
No,
pick how they wanted because we weren't really going to be dating.
I would have blown those guys away, and I didn't even know the questions. Come on.
I was just trying to be good because they were so good to me by having such a good nature. Erica was
Yeah.
concerned for my safety with number 3. Even though I knew it was Daryl, it creeped me out every time he started talking.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you really? Oh, you good actress.
No, he really did creep me out. Like, that was legit.
I wish
It
Tim had
just
been on there
shocked
with
me
the
that
kids.
that was coming from him.
Some of the commenters in there saying they volunteered to chaperone.
I know. I would, oh my goodness. And everybody was so great, but I can't believe it. I got 8 thumbs down.
Oh, that's because the guys that didn't volunteer, they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna give you a thumb down.
Kathleen's right.
I have somebody, like you guys were talking earlier, Solex, you were like, every time you put something out, someone immediately thumbs down it. I have someone that subbed to me that immediately thumbs down everything I do.
See, and I was telling these guys earlier, that's why I don't thumbs down people's comments, because that, I mean, not only goes on, not only goes into the algorithm of your genre, but my thumbs down and my account, Google account also gets recorded by Google that I thumbs down that. So that also, they keep everything. All that information goes in there. So I
never thought about it.
I don't want to thumbs down anybody.
Oh, I better go take all mine back then. No, just kidding. Oh, no, I'm really kidding.
You can actually do that, actually.
You can take your thumb back and then put it as a like.
Every comment.
I'm not a thumbs downer. I'm just, well, if I don't like it, I won't watch.
Every comment that you ever made on the internet, you can go back and review every comment that you made and delete them if you wanted to. Did you know that?
Well, we have a list of everything we've liked. Right?
How big is that list? Like
huge.
Oh!
Thousands of videos.
And Google has a supercomputer somewhere in Arizona, either Arizona or Nevada, multi-complex. It is huge. And it's nothing but supercomputers.
I know Google has outsurpassed the NSA. I'm telling you.
So
They
Paula?
are the NSA.
Yeah, probably.
I wish Tim had been in there with his wig, so when his face came up, he could be like, "Oh, I'm used to dating guys, but you'll do for the weekend."
Oh God,
That
no!
would have been great.
Troy, you should have been one.
God,
If
no!
we ever do it
Oh, I
again,
would have been worse than Daryl. I would have had fun. People would have been like, "Who's this guy?" and unsubscribe from me.
like, I had fun doing it. It seemed like everybody in the chat was having fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a
I thought
blast.
so.
It's
Then I
one
was
that's
actually shocked when I got all the thumbs down, but whatever. They don't
Daryl-
have a sense of humor.
I'm chatting away. I am. I'm sitting there. I'm chatting away and everything. Daryl comes in there. Yes. And I'm going. I can't chat. I can't chat. I can't read. I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard. And I'm going, okay. I'm getting back to the chat because now we're on to Bachelor number 2. And I'm going. I'm chatting. I'm doing. I can't chat. I can't reach the keyboard. It was so funny.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
gotta do that again. Maybe, and you were looking for suggestions. There was a lot of suggestions people gave you of original content.
Oh, he's back. Let's not.
Oh,
talk
there
about
was. See, a lot of the chat I missed. I just edited, so I just now will have lost the chat.
How'd you lose the chat?
When you go into YouTube and you edit your video, the chat gets removed automatically.
it.
You
Oh,
can
okay.
only edit audio. If you edit video, it becomes a new video.
Not
To-
always. Not
do s-
always. I do
do
this
s-
all the time now.
Okay.
Because
Well,
you'll
to do-
notice if you look back, Tim, a lot of mine are shorter now. I did have one that I went and edited down. If you edit it too much, then YouTube will make it as it's brand new, and then you didn't have the views you got through the live stream. But if you edit it to a certain point, it's still the same thing. It's just shorter with its original views.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So I did it for 2 hours. Tomorrow you should be able to see a video that's just over an hour and still have like 300 views on it.
Okay.
nice.
If I'm right, right?
not-
So that'll.
Yeah, I thought if you edit any part of that video, it's bye-bye. It starts over as new,
No,
and then you lose the views.
I've only had that happen the one time. That's because I over edited. But then you know what? I just didn't save the changes. All the time I spent editing it, I let it go. And then the next day I went back at it, tried to edited it less, and then it stayed. Because that's what I did with the interview with Kevin from 30 and Awake. I brought that down
Yeah.
to like an hour and a half from 2 hours. I had it down to an hour and 20 minutes the first time, and then wanted to go new.
And you're doing this in YouTube Studio?
Yeah, I just figured out how to do it. But I can't do the zooming in on each person or add stuff or anything like that. I can only remove certain parts to cut it down.
Gotcha.
So how'd the date go? Can't wait for that video to come out.
So, yeah.
Well, heck, I still have 15 people in here.
Milk.
I still have 15 people in here.
That's awesome.
I know that's a good illustration.
I
of-
think
we don't want to give up on full-time RVers or any RV channel. We just don't. We don't
So
give up on our own.
Are you putting out a virtual date video now?
Yeah, I haven't decided where we're gonna virtually have gone.
It's gonna be a blast.
We just chatted for a bit. He is such a nice person. I've interviewed him before. He was one of my first interviews, actually. And I couldn't even believe such a big channel would let me interview him. But he's just so down to earth and real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Bree, I am drinking the oldest legal beer known in the United States. Trivia.
What is it?
Anybody know what it is?
I was going to say the 3-word acronym.
I'm right. I'm waiting.
Wiser?
PBR.
Yep.
Okay.
Pabst
Pab-
Blue Ribbon.
Pabst
Right.
Blue Ribbon.
It's the oldest beer in America.
Did not know that.
Originally made in Canada. I shouldn't say that. Well, I can say that because Lance isn't here.
Hey,
Hey? Yeah.
Did you know there's another Canadian in the room?
Yeah.
Troy.
No,
No,
the mall
Paula.
guy. Oh no, Mike.
Paula,
I'm Canadian.
Oh, you
Paula's
are
Canadian.
long distance relationship. That's really interesting on the dating game, even.
He's not shooting arrows, he's shooting missiles. They have to make it to Nevada.
You guys are funny.
Arizona, actually.
So what all do you have planned for Valentine's, boys? I figured there was too much testosterone up here. I had to break it up a little bit for Valentine's.
Ah.
Hey now, you're creeping me out like number 3. Maybe he's Canadian too. That's right.
Yeah, if you do
And
another
Mike's
dating
Canadian. I notice a lot more of us Canadians kind of coming into this community.
Maggie's Canadian.
Yeah.
there's room for everybody.
Hey, Nate, I didn't realize you were here. Hello, hello. Oh, Kathleen, he's easy on the eyeballs too.
Yeah, what happened to Nate? Nate, grab the link. Come on up.
Make the date in the caverns. What's the caverns?
Don't know.
Who suggested that Niagara Fall thing? Because I think that'd be great with you on one side and him on the other, and you're
That
both
was
like,
funny.
"I'm
I think
down
that was V. I think that was V.
Yeah, and I think that'd be great with you trying to, communicate with each other, and the waterfalls are getting in the way. Just the most awful first date ever, but it was supposed to be perfect, at the waterfalls. And you're on the
I'll meet you
Canadian
under
side,
the
he's on the west
phone.
side. And it's
See-
like, what was that?
CGIF, a heart going across the.
Oh, we'll have to communicate with 2 tin cans and a giant string.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Because there was somebody in the chat wanted to. There was somebody in the chat wanted to know if he was
Can you hear
using
me
a
now?
tin cannon string.
You guys on walkie talkies, the little kid chiming in, "Mom, can I have a corn dog?"
Oh,
Talking with
zip
the-
line across the falls.
That's what I should make. I bought corn dogs. I never buy corn dogs.
Oh,
Ooh,
corn
we
dogs
can
are
have
awesome.
Cheddar corn dogs. Yum.
You know, did I tell you guys what happened to me last week? I lost an entire freezer full of food.
Yeah, I heard you talked about it.
Yeah, I just mentioned inside. I didn't plug the plug-in completely.
That's
That's
We have
one
a
way
plug-in
to defrost
that
a
way.
freezer.
If it falls out a nickel's worth, it quits working.
Oh, I was just choked.
Oh, come on, Nate. You can come up for a few. Your fluffy. We need to see your fluffy dogs and give them treats. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Hey, Nate, did you want a date tonight?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Why? What's so funny? Why are you guys laughing at me?
Yep, there you go.
That would be so cool. As long as it's not the self-breaking ones. I did that in Costa Rica and my hand bounced and I got a quick burn. And then I had 5 more lines to finish and you're in the jungle and you have to finish. I was so scared. I hated it after that.
Yeah, you fall down, and there's all kinds of little critters down there.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the critters. I'm worried about the landing.
Wait, I'm going too fast. Break. I just went through my gloves and my fingers, and I got nothing to break now.
Well, the thing is, though, I'm left-handed, right? So they didn't really have anything to accommodate a left-handed person. So I was wearing the breaking thing wrong, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid. Nate, did I what? Hey, did you want a date, Nate? Weren't you talking to a gal? Like, do tell. We'll live vicariously through Nate.
You know what I found most interesting about your dating thing?
What?
I had no idea there are that many single people out there in RV life.
Oh, lots.
There is lots. Like ask Troy. My interviews, there's a lot of people I've interviewed that have been single, and I always ask them about dating.
80 or 90% in my guess are single that you interview.
Wow.
Yep.
At least
Yeah,
80 of
unless
them.
they're an actual couple. But I mean, other than that, yeah, they're always
Yeah.
single.
Scott and Terry, Destination Open Roads. They're awesome to follow. They're a couple. They're an older couple.
Yeah, I've met them. I've
Oh,
met,
you did?
Anja, the Graham Cracker, 60 Gal, Sheldon's Travels, or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Sheldon's
Anyway,
Travels with the Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we've got a lot of YouTube channels up in Washington 2 summers ago.
Pandemonium.
Dan one, yeah, and
That's Aja, and
Traveling with the Graham Cracker.
Aja and Mumu.
Mumu.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my
what
God.
I was trying to think of.
And
We
she's
have
a
video
crack.
of-
You know what I like about her, and that people don't. You want to hear something about her you don't know? She's Filipino. Aha!
Yes, she is.
Oh, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the video of her sister and her mom going out to either lunch or dinner with Scott and Terry.
Yeah.
And the crew. Yeah.
I've been to the Philippines a number of times. They are such respectful females. It's amazing.
I
I'm
like
like-
the video of Aja getting behind the wheel with a motorhome full of people going, "Watch out, crazy Asian lady behind the wheel." It was hilarious.
And then that new movie that came out. You guys see that new movie that came out? Can't remember the name. A lot of the people that we would recognize was in their Cheap RV Living was in there doing his thing down in Quartzsite. But it's a syndicated movie now, and it's it's
I want the answer to that question.
yeah. So
Is it
Aja,
not Amy, Nate? Because Nate's chit chatting. Inquiring minds need to know.
nice.
Is Nate busted?
No, he said, I'm talking to Amy. I'm trying to get down to Texas to meet up early March. We shall see.
I think
So then Eric is like, Amy Kephart? That's what I was thinking, but she put it in there quick, so I'm waiting for the answer.
Ooh, inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly.
I think the name of the movie is Without
Wait.
Bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There she is, too. Amy, did you get his
There's Amy.
arrow?
Hey, welcome to my life, Amy.
There she is.
they can go on your dating game.
Oh, no, but the
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, here's an idea for original content. Not that it's original, but here is your life. Now, it's old enough not to be copyrighted into your YouTube usages. Aha!
okay,
Remember-
what? Say that again.
You never saw that?
What?
This is your life. It was a 1970s TV show, really popular.
Oh yeah,
I don't recall that one.
They went around and they collected all these people that this person knew, their second grade teacher, for heaven's sakes,
we had to talk about them.
their old girlfriends, and they you guys got to see that. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of like
Yes, Nate.
what Paula does. So you go around and you learn all these things about full-time RVers or RVers in general, and then this is your life, and then you roast them.
Okay, Nate and Amy, is there like a little bit of Cupid action going on?
Inquiring
like the
minds
both
want
of
to
you.
know.
Can I follow you on your date and record it?
OMG.
And then do a question and answer with each of them privately after, and then put it all together and make a show. Drama.
Paula, the movie producer.
Yeah, right. I can't even edit.
No, wait. You do a great job yourself. I give you mad props, especially with the moose milk, ads and doing epic stuff and
The
stuff like
mic
that.
one was my favorite one.
Right on.
was
Loose milk, like
Let's see.
I don't know how to make a moving image go in front of another moving image because I'd have to have a green screen behind one of them. I just started researching it today. I don't know.
I'd totally love to see Skeeter try to milk a moose. It can't be done. I've been that close to a moose. There's nothing there to milk from.
Can you combine two
What,
images? One over the
Kathleen?
other?
What?
Paula, can
Kathleen, you
combine-
don't expect any less from me, do you?
Oh, you're the master.
Hey,
can
what's
you
going on?
present-
What's going on with Bree and Mike?
They're having their own conversation.
Paula, can you combine two images and make one partially opaque and put one track over the other without a green screen?
I don't know. Paula the Snoop. I want to watch it Blossom. I'm Cupid. Hello. I need to know I'm aiming correctly.
Yeah.
Ooh, Amy's co-hosting Thursday night. Can we ask you guys then?
Mhm.
I think that's so cute. I think they're both adorable. Why can't I meet someone, damn it? Troy, why you gotta be batting for the other team?
Huh? What did I do? What, me?
I said, why can't I find anyone? And then I said, Troy, why do you gotta be batting for the other team?
Oh, I heard you the first time. I just wanted to hear
Oh.
you. You're so adorable.
You just wanted me to repeat it?
You're just adorable.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can layer the videos. That's what Ray does to make triple way.
Luma Fusion? What's Luma Fusion? Is that free or expensive? I'm on a budget. I'll write that down on my napkin I have here. I have a pen and like paper
I know my
towel
green screen
Wait,
works,
where's
but,
the moose milk?
in the fridge.
but what I was thinking is you can lay a track over the other and make one opaque, almost like ghosting, but leave the opaque part almost totally visible. And that may be a second way to do that.
My
Yeah.
mom used to do that in Super 8mm. She'd take a picture of Old Faithful, and then we'd back to the house. She's taking pictures of our relatives sitting in our yard. And the rose is sitting in the yard, and Old Faithful goes off right up his neck. So you double expose the film.
Nice.
I miss those days.
I
Does
know
that make
how to
sense,
like
Paul?
layer up pictures, just not videos.
Well, it's pretty much the same way that I just
Hmm.
explained. It's almost like, well, they were saying that it's a layer. You almost double expose one over the other, but one's opaque and the other's not.
Yeah. See, with the tracks, you can't lay a track over another unless it's a green screen.
Yeah.
But I think you can make one opaque so it's see-through and lay it over it. But you have a choice of how opaque it is. You can almost make it totally solid and lay it over it.
Oh, I still want to do a green screen.
If that makes
I
sense.
want to put a green screen up there, and so when you come in here to one of the panels, like here with Tamer and Sonia, you green screen like the ocean and be right behind you, and oh, that'd be so awesome.
Oh, I want to argue with myself. I want a lot of me in there. I want to do multiple shots. I mean, you literally have to do to get, for every person you bring in, you have your original shot plus an extra shot on the same set without the camera being touched. It's amazing. But I want to sit on the couch and argue with myself like other people have done. That'd be great.
Ray's doing it.
Argue with myself.
The Ray videos, Ray's layering it somehow. I don't know if he's cutting them vertically. What he's doing is he set the camera up. He goes out and does one position, and then he waits, and then like 10 seconds later, he moves to another position.
Yeah.
And then films that, and then waits 10 seconds, and then moves to another position, films that, waits 10 seconds, and then what you do is you cut those in half, and you stitch them together as best you can so it looks like it's one video.
You stack them on a track, and the background always stays the same. So it's
Correct.
combining them
As long as the tripod does not move, you
Does
can
not get
stack
touched.
these videos all together, and it
The
actually
shadow
looks
might
like
move,
it's
a
running
bird
the
might
same
mess it
thing.
up, but yeah. So if there's
Yeah,
five of
and
them,
the stuff I want to do isn't all vertical where I can keep matching up in the background. It's like I want to take a segment out of like a panel like this and have just, for example, me moving around right now in front of something else. If I had a green screen behind me and it was green, I could do it that way, but I don't know how to do it otherwise.
Yeah,
Because right
well,
now,
you can outline yourself and remove the background and then stack it that way too. But the outlining of
how
yourself
do
is
you
pretty.
remove the background on a video? That's what I need to learn. I know how to do it on a picture.
Well, you can outline the person so the person stays live in the video and remove the background by outlining that person. But it's pretty
Okay.
labor intense to outline yourself.
How, and that's what I don't know how to do.
Especially if you're moving.
I have not used my Filmora for over a year. I don't remember where it is in the settings or anything, but I remembered that I could outline something and remove the background except for what I outlined. And then when you put it in
And you
motion,
did it in Filmora? Okay, so outline and then remove background.
the background and stack your tabs.
I
and
think
you're
that's
in-
what Ray is doing.
No, Ray's just
Oh.
literally stacking them and the background isn't changing, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
The great-
Troy, I mean, Tim, I think you had that right the first, like when you first explained it to me. I think
Yeah.
you're right, that's what he's doing.
The great scientific discoveries all made on bar napkins right there. I'm telling you, Paula.
Yeah, it's perfect. You know,
I gotta write this down. You'd always keep paper with me, but
it would have been even better if it was a McDonald's napkin or Taco
well,
Bell.
this Valentine's Day, I'm supposed to write stuff on napkins and give it to someone.
Yeah.
Kenneth, here's a piece of napkin. My number's not on it, but it's got my writing.
Yeah, call me maybe.
Hey, Kenneth, get our number.
Get
I
her
think
done.
I'm a bit old for that young man.
Oh, look, I can turn myself sideways. I forgot about that.
Wait, who are you calling an old man?
Check it out.
Kenneth, how old are you?
26.
Oh my good, yeah. I'm damn near twice. Well, not twice, but never. I'm a lot older than you. I was 20 when I became a mom.
I could have great grandchildren that young.
Hey, Troy, you dropped your phone.
Oh yeah.
I'm working with
Yeah.
that right now.
Troy, did you go down?
Is that-
Troy, do you
is
need
that
help
better,
getting
guys?
back up?
A vampire. He's hanging from the ceiling.
It's the roller coaster
Mike,
ride.
I'm not thinking of Walgreens.
That was a good one.
That's how to do the bungee jumping segment.
What?
Yeah.
If you turn the rotate off on
What's
your
going
phone, you
on?
can flip it over. See, I have to actually go and turn the rotate on my phone to actually put it into landscape mode. If I don't, it puts me sideways.
Kenneth, you're only 7 years older than my son. I guess that's the best way of explaining how old I am. What happened to me?
I
Hey,
know. This time gets away from you, doesn't it?
it gets the
not
best
like
of us.
I'm 46 years old and I'm on my own, which is not how I expected my life to turn out.
No, Dan
You know what I
Vita,
mean?
I've seen you
Like-
without makeup.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm
Kathleen,
40.
you're not a
I'm 48. I'm 48, and I'm on my own again.
Well, I've pretty much spent my time alone. I've never been married. I've been engaged once, but that's it.
Bunch of young kids.
No, Van
Yep,
Vita,
same.
Yeah, I have a
I've seen you
child.
without makeup before. You actually have something out there that a lot of people don't know about, where you were laying with your dog in the morning, you didn't have your makeup on, and you just sort of posted a thing going lazy morning with my man, if you recall. And you hadn't put your makeup on yet, and I gotta say, it wasn't disappointing.
You guys are all cute.
And I was
Kathleen
engaged
says,
once.
Get them young and train them right. Oh,
Get them when they're young.
how young
Well-
is too young? But I don't want someone to look at me and go, "Oh, she's old."
Yeah,
Women
you're right
tend
about
to
that. And here, and I like the proverbial way that people have said that you're only as old as you feel.
Kathleen, Kathleen,
Paula, get a young one.
might have to
Women
edit
outlive
that
men.
out after.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love her. I do.
And she says she's got us all beat. I don't
Well,
know
she's
what that
older
means.
than us. She always tells us.
It should be natural for a woman to want a younger man because women outlive men by 10 to 12 years on average.
Yeah, but that's changing. I got a lot of that used to be because men typically had the bad habits, the drinking, the smoking, whatever, plus the extra stress back in the day, like huge, because men had a lot of finances. They were the ones that worked out of the home, all those things that really take a toll on your body. Well, women
Dug
do that now
ditches.
too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
dug ditches. They
Yeah.
backbreakers.
Yeah, definitely breaking their bodies, right? And the stress, I think, is the hugest thing more than anything. But now we have the bad habits and we have to work hard too. Maybe not the physical stuff all the time, but
Outstanding.
it's just
The interesting thing was in Russia during the beginning of World War I, and they were fighting in Stalingrad. And all the people, all the kids, 12 years old, and everybody up to the age of 60 was in the Russian army. They got wiped out. The only ones that was left was the very young and the very old. So the women were the ones who were doing all the work. And if you go and look at the old pictures, they got these women carrying these railroad ties over their thing with arms bigger than my leg. I'm like, woo! But that's nature.
But look at how historically the media shaped that to tell us what we should and shouldn't be doing. It used to be everybody is little Susie homemaker, and then war times, and the women need to work in the factories and all of that. And then you get that, what's that woman's name with the handkerchief on, and she's all strong. She's that iconic image.
Seen that.
Then
You know
you're
what?
back to war and stuff. Then all of a sudden you're back to Leave It to Beaver shit, where they're back in the kitchen with the apron on.
Back to the 1950s battered housewife syndrome.
That's
Yeah.
media for you.
Woman get in the kitchen,
Yeah.
Good
It was
night, Cation America.
Good night, Erica.
Night, Erica.
Rosie
mom-
the Riveter. Thank you,
Erica,
Maggie.
goodbye.
Thank you, Maggie. She's so smart. And yeah, working with chemicals was hard on people's body. Maggie's so right.
Hey, will all my moderators please drop their links?
Where are you? Smoking?
Yeah, I'm having a quick cigarette. Yes.
Yeah, he's like
So you don't
I'm
smoke
in the-
your
I'm in
house and it's just you and the dog?
I'm in the garage,
Yeah, I
Is
give me the
just
garage.
one up and checking the grow lights.
like Lance says, the garage.
Opening up the bonnet and smelling the engine.
Yeah, it's only my dog and me in the house that I own.
My mom doesn't smoke in her house. She's like, I hate washing walls. Then because she has to keep everything a certain way, right? So if you don't smoke in your house, you don't have to wash the walls as often.
That is a completely foolish concept because if you're cooking bacon, it doesn't matter how much you're going to smoke. It's not getting over that bacon.
That's right.
It's
That's right.
everywhere.
Yeah, but
Did not win,
bacon smells and tastes so much better.
I know, and it hides the smoke smell. You see, a multitasking food product. It not only tastes better, it also hides the smell.
I wonder if I should dab a little behind my ears when I go out, a little bacon grease.
You have men and
depends.
dogs both chasing you.
You want to
What
date?
do you mean for men, you turkey?
Are you dating a
How
redneck
did you
or
get
what?
Christian? Like, what did you put a little bacon behind your ears?
Oh lordy! All right, Paula just came up with the new perfume, bacon, baconator.
Canada.
It was inspired by Valentine's Day, darling.
You know you're a redneck when I wear bacon.
Baconator
It's gonna
perfume.
work. It's gonna work. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some on. I'm gonna go to Walmart. No, I'm gonna go to like Princess Auto or PV Mart or something where they sell a lot of mechanical stuff.
Don't go where there's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, that's right. I don't have that nasty number 3 coming after me.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
that
boy.
one. That was great.
That was so much fun. That was so much fun. A couples one. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna have to watch. It's so hard to come up with interesting stuff, but I don't want to veer too much off our niche, right? Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
here you go. I'll help you out because everything that everybody said in your chat of ideas pretty
okay,
much
I got my
came.
pen and napkin.
No, this
Yep.
is very
Ideas.
easy.
Napkins.
Okay, in your Google engine, you type in 1970s or no 1960s TV shows, and it'll take you to Wikipedia, and then Wikipedia gives us this huge list of different types of shows, like situation comedies. You don't want that because you're not doing a situation comedy, or game shows, or reality shows, or things. So you click on those, and it'll give you a plethora of ideas. Everything that everybody said in your chat is in there.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Solex, what's your actual name?
Mister. No,
Okay,
Solex Kubla.
Oh crap, I'm never going to be able to repeat that. I'll keep calling you Solex.
All right, we'll go
I
with
just
that.
thought it'd be nicer to refer to you by your actual name.
Thank you. That is it. I've been
Solex?
using it. Yeah, I've been using that name for 50 years.
Oh, okay. I'm slow. And it's not because I'm blonde.
What's that?
I'm slow, but it's not because I'm blonde. As
My
the
sister
blonde-
was my whole family was blonde. I kind of went sandy blonde and it stuck. So my sister has the best blonde joke I ever heard, and she's straight blonde. So up here we got rims up on top of us, like 500-foot rims. It's up there where the airport is, but they have dryland crop growing of wheat. And my sister was driving down the road one day, and she saw this blonde out there in the middle of a wheat field rowing a boat.
I've heard this one.
Yeah, and she jumped out of her car, ran up to the fence, and started shaking her fingers. You're the reason why us blondes got a bad name. That's the joke she told me.
And if I wasn't in my good clothes, I'd swim out there and kick
Oh,
your
that's
ass.
right. Yeah, you did hear that one. And if I wasn't, yeah.
If I wasn't in my good clothes, I would swim out there and
I swear I thought that was an original joke. She told me that 50 years ago.
wow. No, I like the ones where, what does a blonde say if you ask her if her blinkers on? She looks down at the dash and goes, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off.
I have to clarify something on the Kubla part. There is a poem by Coolidge written Kubla Khan. It is the Asian depiction of the Garden of Eden. You see, Kubla Khan is actually the river, and Xanadu is Eden. And he wrote that, but I couldn't use Kubla because everybody's using that. And so I made it Cubla, Kubla. So there you are. I explain my name, neener, neener, neener.
Why did the blonde have a sore belly button? Do tell, Kathleen. Do tell.
Dun dun dun. Uh-oh.
Because her boyfriend is also a blonde. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Hilarious.
Oh. I was wondering how you've got that comment so quick. I'm going over here now. There's a comment section you can click on in there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Most common blonde jokes while we're at it. If a brunette and a blonde jumped off the Empire State Building at the same time, who would hit the ground first and why?
I feel like I should know this.
You should. It's the most
Because
popular.
the blonde is an airhead?
Well,
I don't know.
Let the man
brunette is going
talk.
to hit the ground first, of course, because the blonde has to stop and ask for directions on the way down.
Oh, I actually thought the answer probably was the answer, but I guess I was wrong. She had to get directions.
I was wrong. I thought she was an airhead. She floated.
So I guess if a man and a woman jumped off at the same time, the man would get first because he never asked for directions.
That's right.
Nobody needs to ask for directions anymore. Get your phone out.
Google, take me home. Officer, I was just following Google Maps on my phone. I'm okay. I can drive. It's right here.
Honestly, this ambulance is a Tesla.
Yeah, exactly.
I looked that up last night, Tim. Traveling across the border from the United States into Canada, if you're drunk, you get to
I've
pay.
already been there, and we almost got busted. But go ahead.
Well, here's the thing, and I looked the laws up. This is the law of crossing the entry border into Canada. You get to pay a flat one-time fee for the next 3 times you cross the border drunk. I'm not kidding you. They made that a law.
I've heard of that.
Okay, back in the early or the late 80s, early 90s, we went across. We took a bunch of beer with us, hit up the nudie bars, this and that. We came back, and my buddy started slurring to the Canadian cop, and the cop said, "Hey, you need to pull over. Are there any open containers in the car?" And we said no, but we had a 12-pack that we brought over that was still back there, or it was a case of beer, and it was still cold. But there was also another 12-pack that was down in the wheel well. It was warm. We told him what we brought, but the driver didn't recall he had a warm 12-pack in there. They searched and ripped his whole car apart. We were held in this little area, and they quizzed us time and time and time again. We told them exactly what happened. They then said, "Okay, put everything in your car, and I hope you get back to the U.S." And we thought that they called the U.S. border to pick us up for drinking and driving. It didn't happen. We sweated bullets going across that bridge. This was going across the Windsor Bridge in Detroit.
I almost got arrested at a checkpoint in Mexico, and not for what you might think. They took us to the search the car area. I was intoxicated coming back from Mexico. Our driver was sober. There were 3 of us in the car, and I have a love for animals. I would not quit petting the German Shepherd drug dog, and they had to tell me to get away from the dog like 3 or 4 times because I kept petting it and loving it. And the 4th time, the guy's like, "If you pet the dog again, we're going to arrest you." I'm just like, okay. And I quit petting the dog.
Wow.
The secret of drug dogs.
Yeah, I almost got.
This is the secret.
I almost got arrested for petting the drug dog.
Soup bone. They don't smell your car. They just quit at the soup bone.
Well, if we had drugs, that would have been my job to give the dog something to mess him up, I suppose. And I wasn't thinking that way at that moment. I just wanted to pet the dog. I'm not that devious. You know?
Okay, my crossing the border one. Friend came down from Alaska. He needed a couple of courses that he couldn't get anyplace else except for Bozeman at the time. And so he was down there, and we're good friends. And he talked me in, "Hey, well, you need college money. You got to go to Alaska. Those fisheries they'll pay you $15 an hour." Really? And this is back in the 80s, so that's a lot of money.
Good night, Ray.
Night, Ray.
Night, Ray. So we go up there, and we stopped off at a little place in Livingston, Montana, and he'd never seen a rattlesnake. They don't have snakes in Alaska.
No, even for a few hours from me, there's no snakes.
Permafrost. You can't have snakes. Have no place to go. So he wanted to see what a rattlesnake was. And rancher growing up that I was, I said, "Okay, fine." So where are you going to look for him? I said, "We'll just go turn over that bale of hay over there." Every bale of hay was a rattlesnake under it. Oh, we got to take these up to my friends in Alaska and show them. I said, "I don't know about that." Okay. Got up to Edmonton. We had 5 rattlesnakes in a 5-gallon bucket. Then I punched holes in there. But one thing I didn't understand was when you're at the mall at Edmonton, that's a big mall, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I know.
West
2 days.
Edmonton Mall.
2 days to walk around that thing if you had the time. And I love surfing.
Swimming, you can go ice skating.
I went surfing inside the mall. So anyway, while we're in there, and we spent a lot of time in there, it was 85 degrees outside.
Dead snakes.
Car trunk in a bucket, 85 degrees. Yeah, they were dead. And I was so happy because we had to hide to get across the Montana Canadian border. Well, I had to hide those things. Boy, when they die, you think they smell now. So we stopped at the rest stop. I know.
So I got you, Kenneth. You're over there yawning.
Wake up.
Oh, it gets
Hey,
No.
We stopped the reds.
wake up.
we stopped at the rest stop outside of Edmonton, and I cut all the heads off and everything, and I buried the heads, and we were going to keep the bodies. And I didn't know he dug the heads up and put them back in the bucket, and he threw away the bodies because they were stinking. So he just kept this one little rattlesnake head in there for a souvenir. Got up to the Canadian Alaska border. A guy from Montana moved to Alaska because he's deathly afraid of snakes, and he was the Border Patrol agent.
Oh, boy.
We are college students. We don't care what anybody thinks about us. We'll break the rules. So put our dark sunglasses. I'm in my Ford LTD Landau boat, and we drive up there, and we come up there, and this guy from Montana comes up there, and, are you U.S. citizens? And we're going, yeah. What do you want? And because we just wanted to cause problems. Pulled us over to the checkout station. So we're over to the checkout station. He's going through our thing. Everything is just, you're going to Alaska for 6 months. You're packed solid, so everything's out everywhere. And he gets to that stinky ass 5-gallon bucket. I think he must have saved that for last because it was really stinking. Opens it up, sees that rattlesnake in there, throws the bucket into the air. And I wish I could have got this on slow. It was a whole slow motion thing. You know how things are about to happen and it goes slow motion in your head?
Yeah.
Pulls out his gun. I'm going to kill you. I know. So we spent 7 hours. They were poring over the books trying to find out what is illegal about carrying a dead rattlesnake head across the border.
Because they're going to get you.
Hours. I know. Yeah, so now after that, I decided we're not going to tease the Border Patrol anymore.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, you said Ford LTD. Do you know my very first car was a Ford LTD? It was like a 84 or 85? It was the first year of the mid-size, and it was still a freaking boat.
It was a mid-size, but there wasn't the Ford LTD Landau with
No. It was a Ford LTD.
Size Crown Vic
with 5 overgears. I got up to 120 miles an hour. Never got to the 5th overgear. Huh. There were 500 of them made for the police department, but they went with Chevy that year. God,
okay, you need me to make you a pot of coffee?
Yeah, Kenneth, what's going on, bro?
I need something.
Hey, what's going on? We got to get you
moose milk for cream.
No. I'll
Do a sugar taste test. Eat some sugar.
Oh, I gotta see the picture I took earlier today. So my son is going out with his friends, and he hasn't gone out in so long because of COVID or whatever. But it was a friend's birthday, and so they were going to the bar, and he's limited budget because it's hard to get a job right now. So I said, well, come have a shot with me before you go. So I gave him a shot of moose milk, and he was like, "Look, then we did a shot of rye, and that was better." I'm like, what? I took a picture of a bottle of moose milk and Crown Royal together. I'm like, that's so Canadian.
Moose milk and Crown Royal together.
Yum.
No, that's really moose milk's actually a thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It really was a drink that they drank in the military.
Let me.
Oh, it's a liqueur.
Yeah, no, that's a liqueur that you can buy now. But moose milk, if you make it, there's 3 different key recipes. Each branch of the Canadian military has their own version of the recipe.
Hey, you want to share that again, Paula?
Now show it.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I'm getting used to grabbing the pictures and dropping them to the center now. There you go. Oh, and you got Bullwinkle in there too.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but I was like, it was just so cute because it was my first real shot with. I was mesmerized by alcohol today. Like I did it in black and white.
You just need a rocky.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a real thing. I was going on, why moose milk? Why not squirrel milk? You know, I didn't know it was a real thing.
You know what though? So I didn't know about it either. And then I was in another province, and their alcohol is cheaper than ours because they're taxed less. And so I went into this one place, and I said, okay, well, what do people usually get? Because I don't know. I don't normally actually hardly ever drink. And the guy said, well, we sell a lot of this moose milk. And it was because I was in Alberta, and it's made in Alberta. Elk Island, Edmonton area and stuff. So it wasn't far from there. And it was moose milk, and I laughed. I was like, okay, I gotta buy it. And then, it just became a thing on here. And then I looked up the recipe. Most of them are made with ice cream, but I'm going to come up with my own version. But it's whatever random booze it almost seems like. It is and isn't random, but the 3 key recipes are varied by the alcohol in it. And it's a lot of alcohol per serving in those homemade ones.
And wait, you had 7 or 8 shots that one night?
You are a better human being than I. I can't do hard alcohol. 2 beers, and I worry about getting to the bed.
This was 16%, and it's got milk in it.
Yeah,
Moose
I think
is real.
I think about the 3-hour mark.
The 3-hour mark.
I think the 3-hour mark, you were like, I'm done.
I was like, all right, who's going live now? Like, I just, boom, done. Like, I'm leaving. Whether you guys are here or not is kind of what I was feeling like.
Disciplined mind.
Ugh.
So
But okay, a shot of rye is 40% alcohol. My moose milk 16, right?
it's
Less than half.
Yeah.
32 proof is 16%, but they rated on 200, not 100. So it depends on what rating you're looking at on the alcohol, because it's
Right.
generally done by proof, not by percentage.
By
I had
volume,
no
not
idea
percent,
then.
percent of
Double it.
volume.
I don't know.
I know it's confusing. It's a sales tactic, I think.
Well, when they rate alcohol, 200 proof is pure alcohol. That's where wood grain alcohol comes in.
Yeah,
when
don't
you're
drink
rating
that.
alcohol. It's only 40%
Yankee,
alcohol.
you never heard of it either? It was like from way back. You can Google it. They used to mostly have it on a New Year's celebration. Like, it was usually a New Year's kind of thing.
I have to take exception now. I have struggled with large words.
You know what, Nate, you're right. I think that
Because-
is, I all of a sudden got a stomach cramp hard after those shots. And I think
Bree-
it was the cream.
Bree's over here saying moose milk is real, but baby sharks aren't actually in your head. I need evidence.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Bree, come up on the panel. Come up on the panel.
When did I move? How did I get up here? Kenneth, you're down there. Where? What?
Musical chair.
Is this so I can't keep poking you with my pen?
You have a gold pin too. I got a gold pin.
Hey, she has a buffalo on her shirt.
My gold pin.
Oh yeah, the Gateway Festival
Where's Benno?
got
Benno,
it.
where?
I got a
in
pearl.
Bengoff, Saskatchewan.
Benoff. Gotcha.
Ben.
Yeah. It was when I pulled you to the center, it changed everything in the middle.
Oh.
So Paula, what is the alcohol in moose milk? Is it similar to a White Russian?
Yeah, like vodka, Kahlua.
It probably
and then-
is.
And then some have rye, some have rum. Like, there's 3 alcohols.
That's Kahlua. I'd use half and half to make my White Russians instead of milk with vodka.
I love White Russians. Those are good.
I went on a kick one summer. They're very good.
Now I'm
They
thinking about moose milk and White Russian kind of a thing going on there.
You know what? I tried to use my moose milk to make that, but it curdled right away. So I need to do it on ice.
Too much alcohol.
You need more milk. Like when I make a paralyzer, that's vodka, Kahlua, Coke,
That's some.
and milk. If it starts to look like it's going to curdle, you add more milk, which sounds opposite, but it won't curdle then.
Hey, Paula, what do you
Absolutely.
think it's doing when it goes to your stomach? All that moose milk? It's curdling. And that's
found
where
the
you get
videos.
the upset stomach.
Oh, that's fine, but I'm not drinking chunks, okay?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I'm not drinking.
I found the heavier the milk,
Ugh.
the less chance it has a
Sure.
curdling.
Huh?
The heavier the milk, the less chance it has a curdling. So I would use half and half or heavy cream in some of those drinks when I was doing a lot of alcohol in them.
Yeah.
And the cold, like if all the alcohols are cold too, that helps prevent the curdling.
Cold alcohol. Well, I usually made them with a cup of ice. So
Yeah. And no, Maggie, I've never gone to a levee. What is that? And the stuff I'm spouting about this drink in the military is just stuff I've come across online. And I never heard of this drink either, ever, the moose milk, until November 1st, 2nd,
And you
beginning of
love
November.
it. And you love it so much.
It's just that it's funny, right? Like I used to always be just a rye and Coke gal. And then I
Rye-
found
Rye's good.
Is
It's
I mean-
original. I gotta say, it's original. First time I watched your channel there, I'm going, what in the world is that? It's got a moose drinking out of a straw. I gotta watch this channel now.
You're such a doll.
Hey, use that as a thumbnail, Paula. Use the
guys are
moose drinking out of a milk and put moose milk underneath it. That would be a catchy little thumbnail.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to come up with something to put in the video for it. Well, no, I am gonna do a video where I'm actually making my own moose milk. That's why I was searching the recipes.
Okay.
And those will have a lot more actual alcohol in them. Well, now I don't know because of proof. I'll have to get Trey to figure it all out for me.
They have to. Apparently, I understand what you said. You're making a paralyzing drink.
Is it really that hard to make? Because the alcohol and the milk curdles.
yes.
No, you just got to keep it cold and add more milk or a heavier milk, like Troy said.
I would make white Russians that were quite strong, and I would start out with a tumbler, like a 20-ounce tumbler, half full of ice,
Yeah.
and I would strictly use half and half and vodka, and that was it. I mean, that was my white Russian, and they were two of those would literally, they were like quarter-fifth drinks.
I had
What
my
about-
first. I had my
I was gonna
first
say-
white Russian. I had my first white Russian when I was 8 years old. Dad was a member of the Elks Club. We'd go there. We'd all get Roy Rogers or Shirley Temples. But then after a while, Mom and Dad had to get up, go to the bathroom. Neener, neener, neener. I know. I'm going, what is wrong with these people? But it was so delicious. The aftertaste is what got me.
Now, I think a Dirty Mother is the same as a white Russian, except for you add fluid to it.
What about using
Okay, so
condensed
what's in
milk?
White Russian again?
I believe it's just vodka and milk. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. I mean, I was
I
26
don't
years
know.
old back then.
I thought it was vodka, Kahlua, and milk. I could be wrong too.
No,
I think
it's
sterilizer is.
vodka and cream or milk. It
Cream,
depends
I
on where you get it from. But yeah, that's all it is. But my mom couldn't stand. Dad liked white Russians. Mom was a Bloody Mary woman. I couldn't take those. Those were way gone.
I
I
don't
don't-
like sauces, so I can't do a white Russian because they put Tabasco or they put a horseradish in them. But I've made a white Russian without those in it that are incredible. And most people that are borderline or don't like a Bloody Mary love my drinks because I substitute peppercini juice in lieu of and heavy pepper for the spice in lieu of the horseradish tomato juice or the Tabasco.
That would be good.
You ever go to these villages in Alaska? They're out of the way. I mean, the only way you can get there is by float plane or by boat.
No, I haven't.
Oh, God. Okay. Every year, I was a beach gang. There was only 8 of us, and we took care of all the fishermen, all the processing plants, everything. But at the wintertime, one of our jobs was we had to take the fishermen down to their winter camps. One of them lived down on Kodiak Island. We took him down there, and there's this little village down there. Not Soldotna. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it was a dry camp. That means
Oh.
no cigarettes, no alcohol.
Nothing.
But they had the most amazing cookbook. Every person in the village wrote down their favorite recipe in this cookbook. You got to get one of those. You ever get to a village like that and they have books like that? Secret recipes that nobody knows about. And I had to meet this one guy because I loved his recipe the best. It was called chili. I'm going, yeah, chili. I like chili. So here's how you do it. First, you get a bottle of rum. Then you get a bottle of vodka, and then you get a bottle of schnapps. 3 glasses. Then you go to the cupboard, you get the can of chili and open it up. After that's done, you drink the first glass of rum. Then you pour the chili into the pot and turn the heat up to medium. Then you drink the bottle of vodka. and it went on. Pretty soon, at the very end of this thing is, when the chili's cooked, you just don't give a damn anymore. Have a bottle of rum. I met him. He's secret, and the town knows it. She's like, every town's got a drunk. He secrets into the town from the fishermen that we bring down there, bottles for him. It was the most amazing thing. Those things you just don't get in history books, especially that cookbook.
That's funny. I got a recipe from an old native in Alaska for doing trout or salmon, smoking salmon. She called it sow candy.
Oh, yeah.
I replicated that about 3 years ago for a friend here in Oregon that had a buddy coming from Arizona.
How'd you make it?
It's got pineapple and a little bit of brown sugar in it. The pineapple enzymes really help break the fish down. When you actually brine, you can brine it for as long as you want in that, covered up in a fridge. When you take it out, you have to literally lay it out and leave it in the open air. And we had to put a fan on it to keep the flies from getting on it because there were a few flies around. But you wait till it's tacked to where you touch it and it comes up almost like a rubber cement, sort of like a spider web type thing, tacky on the fish, and then you smoke it at a low temp, and it makes it like sweet jerky, except for that brine holds all the moisture in the fish. Just incredible.
I went to a Knights Indian camp up there, and they got all that salmon out there. There's no, I mean, there's the only things up there is mosquitoes. So you don't have to worry about them. There's racks after racks as far as the eye can see, and salmon just curing for their winter food.
Yep.
I'm thinking, okay, well, they must have a lot of salmon to eat. So a Knights, a member of the council invited me to his house, and he said, yeah, we're going to have some really fine dinner tonight. And I go, what are we having? Fish head soup. Okay.
It's actually good.
Okay, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm going to eat a fish head. This is not going to happen. And so he's cooking it up. It smelled really good. Yeah, the carrots and the potatoes, and then just to throw they throw the whole fish head in there. It was really good. I am hooked on fish head soup.
It's a great honor to actually have the cook or the head of the household serve you an eyeball out of that dish.
A member of the council serves that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to refuse, and they're going to lop my head off or something.
Oh, wait.
I can imagine it's really tasty.
It is so good.
Does
I was
anyone
surprised.
Fish eye in your soup?
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
Don't
offer
tell
you-
me.
and they know how to cook it just right so that it's like caviar. It pops in your mouth.
it's supposed to be very high in protein and vitamins and minerals.
Yep.
Yeah. So does
I'm
anyone
food deficient then.
does anyone know about salmon and lox or smoked salmon? Is there a difference between lox and smoked salmon?
Out of my realm.
LOX.
I'm not familiar with lox, other than liquid oxygen, which is dangerous on ships.
So my buddy gave me some salmon, and he says it's lox salmon. Lox salmon is brined in salt or another derivative of salt.
Yeah.
And if you cold smoke the salmon, it is cold smoked salmon. And he gave me a bite of it. And I was like, I've never had lox before. Guess what? It had the smoke flavor to it. And when I got home, I researched it, and he just gave me this is probably a pound of cold smoked salmon.
If I could reach in there and get some, I would. I love smoked salmon.
And I could put this over a bagel, and it would just be delicious.
Put it on.
But
anything.
it is not lock salmon like he told me, because I looked it up. I was like, I've never heard of lock.
No.
Yeah.
And
I've
it is
brined salmon before
brined.
I smoked
It's
it.
brined in a water salt solution or another solution for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how I did mine.
I've worked those salmon canneries up there, and I have never heard of it.
It's called LOX, LOX.
It must be something recent because I don't know. I know that the fishermen, they can't during a certain part of the year, they cannot have a king salmon show up on their ticket when they sell the food. Am I getting an echo?
Yep.
Anyway,
It's gone.
so I'm on the crane, and I'm craning up the fish up there, and so they're giving me these king salmon. I got 50 king salmon. These things are 60 pounds a piece.
Oh wow.
I know.
Wow.
And so I know, and we've got blast freezers. It'll freeze anything solid within 15 minutes. You know, so I blast freeze those, and at the end of the year, I take all those salmon with me. I put in my car. My car's like, bleh. There's a lot of salmon, and I stop off. You know, you get a deer and you take it to the meat market where they process the deer for you.
Yeah.
And as a process fee, they keep half and you keep the other half. So I've done all these things with salmon. That's the first time I ever heard of LOX salmon. And these guys are the ones who do those things.
LOX salmon is a fillet or strip of brined salmon. Brining, preserving the food with salt, is similar to curing.
So it can smoke.
And if you smoke it, it is no longer LOX salmon. It is smoked salmon.
Yeah, see,
It has to be cold smoked though.
we do that with salmon eggs. But
Yeah, but we use.
I've never seen it done on the fish before. My favorite, I have eaten all those salmon for a lot of years, is silver salmon. That's my fave.
So LOX is brined. LOX is brined,
Right,
never
right.
cooked or smoked. Smoked salmon, meanwhile, it is cured or brined and then smoked, and
You
it can be cold smoked.
You Googled it. You're reading Google.
I could imagine LOX salmon is just it's like sort of like ceviche. It's just chemically partially cooked because it's in the brine.
It
Right.
the salt brines it and cures it. Yes.
Yeah, well, you could do that with lemon juice and vinegar. Just a little bit of that in there also. Just a small amount would actually chemically cook the salmon. It'll even help it change color. Interesting. I sent that guy from Arizona home. There were 8 of us fishing that week, and limiting out, and the short of the taste testing we did on the smoked batches that came out, we sent him home with a 120-liter Coleman cooler full of vacuum sealed smoked fish.
Ugh.
He made a bet with one of his employees that he wouldn't fill that cooler, that he would, and his employee said no way, and bring it back to Arizona. And sure enough, we left about 6 inches for ice on the top and filled it. He won the bet.
Kenneth, have you ever had sushi?
Yes, I have sushi and I absolutely love it.
Yum.
I cannot do sushi where it's cold and slimy. It has to be halfway. It has to be seared. The fish.
Tim, if
Yeah.
your fish is slimy, you're not getting good sushi. When I do sushi, I do homemade sushi, and people love it because I literally take I don't have the availability to get fresh fish. So I'll buy the frozen salmon, and I literally am cutting it while it's frozen and making it into the sushi. And if you eat it in the first 2 hours, you don't even taste fish.
Well, I got a stomach to texture mouth. Blah. Sushi almost makes me want to throw up. It has to be at least seared. I don't know why.
It can be made with smoked salmon. It can be made with vegetables. My favorite is cream cheese, avocado, and salmon, or yellowfin tuna.
I've done sushi rolls, and it's sushi is on the top with the rice wrapped around and whatever vegetables in the middle. But once I get the texture of the sushi, it upsets the back of my throat, and I don't know why, but it does.
You think it's the seaweed? Seaweed's my favorite. part.
No, there is no seaweed. The seaweed wraps I don't like, and I've done it with regular rice, rolled rice, sushi, and it's just as soon as the texture of the fish hits the back of my throat, it just gives me like a gag reflex. I don't know why.
That happens. I'm gonna go get me some more lemonade.
Me
But-
too.
but-
I just
but
cracked me
Kenneth-
open one.
But Kenneth can eat it.
Can eat what?
Sushi.
Yep. And I also like sardines.
Kathleen says she likes steak.
Go ahead.
Do you know what? I found out the hard way, Kathleen, that tartare means the meat's not cooked.
No, that's
I
not.
was in Quebec, or not Quebec. Quebec, in Gatineau, Quebec, and I ordered bison tartare, and it talks about it's bison, and there's some dill pickle in it, whatever. And I get served. It looks like a raw hamburger patty with a raw egg on top. I'm like, did you just not feel like finished cooking it, or? and there was a little bit of language difficulty because I can't speak French. And I'm sitting across the table from my boss. And I'm like, because I did this big presentation, so my boss was there or whatever. And darn, that's the way it came. And I had to beg them to just cook it anyways.
Here's one.
Did you ask for your eggs over easy or scrambled or what?
I didn't even know it came with an egg, like a raw egg just cracked on top of this hamburger patty.
Well,
Like, and I tried. I tried to eat it, and I just couldn't.
oh gosh.
There
Yeah.
was one when I was in the Philippines. In the Philippines, when the Mama San and Papa San's child becomes at the age of 18, they do this great big thing. I mean, the boy gets this fabulous prize like a Lamborghini, and the girl gets a fabulous prize like a 10-carat diamond, and they drag up onto the beach this huge seagoing ocean beast, and they have this luau where there's 500 people that show up. So I got invited to one of those by a Papa San. They pulled up you see those whales with spots on them, little spotted whales? I don't remember what they call them. They're huge. They
Killer
drug this-
whale?
Not a killer whale. No, it's bigger than
beluga.
that.
Shamu?
It's bigger than
Beluga?
that. No, so it's a whale with little spotted things on there. A little spotted whale. I don't know what to call that. Anyway,
Is it-
they drug this thing. This thing could eat a killer whale. And they drug this thing up on the beach, and they're all cutting there. And they wanted me to try the sushi on that because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So they sent out on their bonka boats, the little fishermen out there, and they went and got me another shark. Okay, that's right, Bree. Compared to this big shark, it was a baby shark, and I ate it. And that was the only time I ate a sushi shark because they were all eating it.
Huh.
Whale shark. It's called a whale shark.
Tim, this is your fault.
No.
What is that?
Seaweed with sea salt.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Oh yeah, you wrap that in the rice.
Everybody has to eat that because of the iodine levels that's in that seaweed. Is that correct?
I think the iodine levels are in the salt.
No, it's in the seaweed, and
I
it
know
strengthens your thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland is like the conductor of the orchestra of your organs. You got to have a
does
strong
anyone
thyroid
else
gland.
here feel stupid when we listen to Solex and Troy know all the facts?
I don't know everything. I learn every day.
Oh, you know lots of shit.
I've been known to be
Tough.
wrong too.
And it's epic shit.
I'm right. You guys know so much stuff.
I was picked on as a kid because I was too book smart.
Oh, I never
Yeah.
had that problem.
Here's the
Most
thing.
kids didn't.
Here's the thing about nerds. Nerds don't have friends, and the reason why is nobody wants to sit there and talk to them for more than 10 minutes. They get, oh, I think that's my mom calling me. Been there, done that.
Oh. No, but you guys retain, like, I cannot remember. I'm lucky if I can remember my middle name, right? And you guys, everything you've ever learned is still there and retrievable.
Renee?
You can do it, Paula. I have memory issues that are great. Great many issues.
Paula, is your middle name Renee?
No. Why?
Paula. Well, I'm just trying to guess.
Paula Renee?
Paula Marie.
What is a common girl middle name? We all have the same middle names. If you're a certain generation.
Paula May.
No.
I was close.
Yeah, it's 3 letters. What are you Googling,
Huh.
Tim?
I'm not
You're
Lance.
searching something, you cheater. Just ask me.
Ashley.
No, it's 3 letters.
It's 3 letters.
Paula Anna.
How many
Ann.
letters are in Anna?
Paula Ann. Paula
A-N-A.
May.
A-N-A.
Paula Ann. Paula Ann.
Paula
I
Ann.
have random thoughts pop
All
in
right.
my head, and it's hard not to just let them flow out of my mouth. And the random thought I just had pop into my head is, if Paula walks up to a guy at a party or something and says, if you're not careful, you're going to leave in an ambulance, and him not knowing what she means by that, he's scared of you now.
I actually love that TV series, Paula.
What?
Paula Annie.
Oh, funny. Nate's like, I was about to ask you your SSN number. Do you even have those? We call it our SIN number, and it's just because it's our social insurance number. Yes, we have them in Canada too.
Canada.
Yeah, we're not that far behind. Well, I mean, we are, but not as bad as something.
I always say that Montana's 10 years behind California in its laws, and Canada is 5 years behind Montana.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
They
I
still
think
have
that's
hitching
pretty
laws
accurate.
on the books in Colorado, Wyoming, and
Stupid
Montana.
laws on the books. Here we go. There are 4 states in the United States. And I wanted to hit up Sonia with this one because I believe one's in her state. So it is illegal and an arrestable offense to have an ice cream cone in your left back pocket, but only on a Sunday.
Oh, wow.
4 states have that law: Tennessee, Kentucky,
Who puts ice
Virginia.
cream in their back pocket?
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Who come up with that stupid law?
But a Sunday. But a Sunday is also an ice cream. Do you get it?
You should be a lawyer coming up with the technicalities.
But Montana's still riding around on horses and
Yeah, we are.
this.
You can go down to the bar today. You can go
Beautiful.
down to the bar today. Oops. I'm coming back up again. Okay, my volume's back. You can go down to the bar today, and somebody's riding their horse in, and there is a hitching post.
Oh yeah.
And that's the big-
I was in Wybo, Montana, small little town. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally walk 300 yards or less, and you don't walk through the town. And we spent the night there. We hit up there was a craft brewery there, and they actually had some gambling machines in there, and then they had a major bar across the street where they had food. And we were people came up on horses, had their dogs and all sorts of stuff, and we're just kicking it, shooting pool with a bunch of the locals, and we left the next morning and kept traveling on into North Dakota.
That
We had a
was,
great time.
If
In-
you've been in North Dakota, you've been not far from me. I'm
in the
like
city.
an
in the
hour and 15 minutes north of North
In-
Dakota.
In the city of
Okay.
Billings, I have had friends who've gotten a DUI while riding a horse. It's actually a law. You can get arrested and have your horse impounded if you're drunk.
So, Lex, I've seen people get a DUI on a riding mower, and I personally know a guy that used to frequent a bar I would go to. He got a DUI leaving in his wheelchair because he was paralyzed on the way home.
An
my
electric wheelchair. And you know what the loophole is on that? Is it's a motorized it's something that's powered by something it's powered by something other than your own steam.
That's right.
Because we made national headlines in my community for someone getting an impaired on a medical scooter.
They can
but
write
here's the
videos
thing.
on bicycles now.
If it has a key, if you take the key out and throw the key down, they can't get you for that.
Actually, if the key's within
Undo,
your reach of hand,
you're still responsible for the vehicle. Undue care and control.
you literally need to take the key out of the car, throw it underneath the car to protect yourself. Dig it out in the morning.
I got arrested one time a couple of years ago in my front yard, and apparently I was playing the music in my truck too loud. I don't have a radio or anything. The only thing I got is this friggin' monitor and that friggin' computer. And so I wanted to listen to the radio. So because I wanted to listen coast to coast. I love Coast to Coast AM. They come up with some really weird shit. So I'm sitting out there at midnights when it comes on and listening, sitting in my lawn chair with a beer in my yard. Truck door open, listening to Coast to Coast.
Kathleen. I don't know where that came from. Horses don't have keys. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Good argument. So they're
They do have a bridle though.
A beat that woman.
They do have a bridle though, or a bit, whatever.
they arrested me for DUI. I'm sitting in my lawn chair, but the key was in the truck.
Wow.
Uh-huh. I know I know, and they made it stick.
Somebody had it in for you.
Yeah. He couldn't have been much more than 10 years old. I mean, just a kid.
I was informed last night that in Montana on Sundays, the bars were not allowed to open till 12 and they closed at 9 because it was a Sunday.
Nope. I have not heard that.
That's an old Mullander friend that used to live in Montana, grew up there as a kid. She told me that first the Montana was dry years ago on Sunday because people go to church.
Well,
And it was not open on Sunday.
why did you escape Bozeman, Kathleen?
Escape.
Gentlemen, Cupid has had a blast hanging with you and having you put up with my ass, but I gotta get myself some sleep.
Right on, Paula.
Well, thank you so much
Thank you.
for your live tonight. That increased the quality of my life.
Oh, you make me get those little giggles in my tummy, you know, like when you're a little kid and get the belly laugh. That's how I feel right now. Thank you.
Yes, Paula, you did a great job tonight, and I believe everyone loved it. You hit a new record tonight.
83. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I was just checking my stats on YouTube and StreamYard, and they both say 82. They're always one under what'll show on the
It's
screen.
always
I was
That's
right. I was right. Me. This is this guy right here.
and last week it was 76, and it reported 75. I seen 76 3 times. 76, it goes down to 75, went down to 74, went back up to 76, 75, and then 76. And when you said 75, I'm like, no, Paula, that's not true. But you said you're
Well, now I'm picking up on these are always one less. Always. One less than one showed up. Maybe it has to register for a certain amount of time to qualify.
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyways,
yeah.
yeah, I know I saw 83. I commented on 83 and this says 82.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube jipping us.
Oh well, it was awesome. I broke a record. It doesn't do anything, but it feels nice.
No,
Thank
you
for
should
working so
feel good
hard.
about it because you did a great thing, and you keep it trying to excel your lives and doing epic shit.
Epic shit.
You guys are so good to me.
Just need to keep
Like,
it
I
in.
No,
need
we
my
love you.
again. I need my hot flash fan.
Wait, where's the fan? Wait, we got one right here for you.
Yeah. All
There
right.
you go.
Good
What
night,
fan?
everyone. Good night, everyone in the chat. Kenneth,
Night.
get some sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
going to be ending this here very shortly, guys. I've been on 3 hours and almost 10 minutes now, and my dog's getting restless. So I definitely appreciate everybody coming up in the chat and in the panel and having a good night. Right now it's 12:21 here in California time. So if anyone has any last minute comments,
Well, I think we answered the question about not why she escaped, but where she lived and where she went.
She was born in Bozeman, Missoula.
No, she was born in Bozeman, lived in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Polson, then went overseas. And she's a fellow Montanan.
Yeah, there you go.
Salt of the earth. Give the shirt off your back. That's Montanans.
Yep. It's a beautiful place up there. I do admit that.
Well, you had to go there to was your brother's in Bozeman, isn't he?
Cousin.
Cousin. That's right.
And then I hung a right going east all the way to Nebraska.
The Dust Bowl. That's on my bucket list. I want to see where the Dust Bowl was.
We went past it, and it was actually raining the whole time going across Montana to North Dakota, and then the weather actually broke for us. I think we actually outran the weather system, but it was still beautiful. Yeah.
I'm patient and stubborn. I would have stopped and picked up a beer and sat and drank the beer and waited 2 days for the damn rain to stop because I want to see the beauty of every place, all the states.
Yeah, we were in the RV and we had a place that day that when we left Bozeman, we had to be at the brewery that night for our layover to travel for the next day.
Oh yeah, that brewery, small town where you stopped off for spend the $20. That's right.
Yeah, Waibo, Montana. It was
Yep.
called Beaver Creek Brewery.
Yep.
Yeah. And we had a blast there, and that's when we met some of the locals, and then one of them came up on a horse. Literally, you're just walking, and you can just walk right through the town in like 5 minutes, and you're done.
It reminds me of Singapore. Half a day, you walked across the entire country.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yes.
when you in the live stream, can you drop me in the basement, hold me there, and bring me back up after it's ended so we can talk for a couple minutes?
Yes, sir. We can do that.
Appreciate it.
Yep. And here you go. Montana will always be home.
I was tipping my hat.
Beautiful
Yep.
country.
It was great, everybody. Everybody in the chat loved your comments. I'm going to get back to the comment section here, but I wanted to keep Tim company and these two fine gentlemen. So we'll see all you later.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure
All right.
meeting you.
You have a great night. Hey, thanks for coming on
Good
up,
night.
Kenneth.
Thanks for having me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll get your Amazon Fire Stick by next Friday there, buddy. And I'll also put a sticker in there for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I'll probably do a mail call on that I'll probably do a mail call video on that.
Oh, awesome. That would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how many people send you packages, but you were talking about a Fire Stick, and I had it on the back of my TV for the past 2 to 3 years, and I just didn't have the use for it. And I was like, hey, Kenneth was looking for one. I'll give it to Kenneth.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it very much, and I hopefully I can get that thing hooked up to my TV pretty soon.
Yep. Yeah, it's easy to hook up. You just have to put 2 AAA batteries in it. Because they didn't want me to ship batteries. So I took the batteries out of the remote.
Oh, you're not allowed to ship batteries?
It cost extra.
Oh,
And I was just like, that and it takes longer to get to you.
okay.
Yeah, because they have to do ground transport.
Hazmat.
Oh,
Because it's hazmat, so they cannot fly it through a plane or whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to coming back when you do more lives. And thanks for having me up.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is my second live stream, so Nate Man from Loud Cloud Adventures definitely got me beat on that.
Yeah, and you're welcome up on my panel anytime as well.
Yeah, I've jumped up on your panel a couple times. Yours and Bama Rush, Anthony. Yep. And of course Sonia and
Yeah.
Paula's chats, yeah.
Good night, everyone in the chat, and good night, everyone on the panel.
All right, you have a good night there.
Bye, guys.
All right, night. All right, everyone. We're gonna end this live. Thank you, everyone, for stopping on by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.